digital platforms. It is a good one tonight. Two teams fighting for their playoff lives in West Virginia Class 3A. 4-2 John Marshall and 3-4 Brooke. Jack Hillgrove and Tony Filberto on the call for this one. Let's get right into our keys to the game for this matchup presented by Generations. For the visiting Bruins, win the battle up front and be sound on special teams. Brooke has had some fantastic special teams plays in the last couple of weeks. And for John Marshall, play good sound defense, move the chains, and make big plays. Those are our Generations keys to the game presented to us by our head coaches. And with that, let's take a look at our coaches spotlight presented by the Health Plan. Mark Caesar and Frank Cicini. Frank in his first season back at his alma mater, Brooke, a 1990 alum and a former state champ. John Marshall's Mark Caesar, also the baseball coach at John Marshall, former head coach at Union Local from 2007 to 2012. That's our Health Plan coaches spotlight. Brooke is 20th in West Virginia Class 3A. John Marshall is 17th. The Monarchs win the toss and will take the football. When we come back, we'll welcome Tony Filberto into the fold with kickoff coming up.
Under the lights, the energy, the excitement, the heart-pounding action. It's more than just a game. It's high school football at its finest. Every Friday, Sports Friday brings you the highlights, the scores, and the moments that make this season unforgettable. Find everything you need to know about Ohio Valley football. Catch the best plays, the top athletes, and check scores live on the WTOV 9 app. Watch every Friday and stay in the game with Sports Friday. Sponsored by WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center.
Since 1989, WTOV 9 has been home of hard-hitting high school football. I'm Jamie Bordas with the law firm of Bordas Bordas. We're proud to once again help bring you high school football here in the Ohio Valley, where football is king. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the game.
At Presley Hearing Center, your journey to better hearing begins with us. Our certified experts are dedicated to understanding your unique needs, ensuring a superior experience every step of the way. Discover the latest in hearing technology with Starkey's newest wireless hearing aids. Don't miss out on life's precious sounds. Call today to schedule your personalized hearing consultation. Presley Hearing Center, where hearing care is healthcare.
Watch Bordas Bordas Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals for WTOV 9's Band Standout. Each week, band students are chosen for standing out and featured during the halftime show of our broadcast. WTOV 9's Band Standout of the Week, sponsored by the Center of Music and Art.
You work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else.
Contact your local Coyote dealer, D&J Sales and Service.
The Bordas Bordas Friday Night Rivals is sponsored by Bordas Bordas, DeFelice Brothers Pizza, Wendy's, First Choice America Federal Credit Union, Mr. Rooter, Team Automotive.
John Marshall won the coin toss and elected to take the football. Xavier Wells and Landon Snyder back deep to return this kick. Rocco Sacrapani will kick it off. Jack Hillgrove alongside Tony Filberto. Coach, two teams that are fighting for their playoff lives in West Virginia Class 3A.
Yeah, John Marshall 17, Brooks 20. I look at the teams in front of them. There's some losses. Somebody can move in. Onside kick. Great call.
How about that? Rocco Sacrapani.
There you go.
With some fireworks to start this game. Catching the Monarchs by surprise. What a play by the senior kicker for Brooke, who thought they might have to go on defense to start this game.
When you're fighting for your life, you take a shot here, you take a shot there. If it works out for you, it's a great. Let's see it again. Nobody expected this coming. Nice job. Got the full 10 yards, and he about got it himself.
49-yard line.
Almost recovering it was Hayden Fordyce for the Monarchs, but Sacrapani did one heck of a job. The football will be at the John Marshall 49 to start this game. So a team mobile unit kickoff for the Bruins. A surprise onside gives them the football to start this game. First down and 10 at the Monarchs 49-yard line. Ty Sperringer, the senior quarterback for the Bruins. A whistle and a penalty marker flies before the first snap of the game. It's going to be a delay of game against the Monarchs, or against the Bruins, I should say. And they will get back up 5 yards. They're still riding high from a very exciting play to start this game.
Absolutely.
But you want to try to avoid that.
Yeah, you don't want the delay of game. You have the emotions coming out after the onside kick.
So first down and 15, backed up to the Brooke 46-yard line. Ty Sperringer, the senior quarterback for the Bruins in the power pistol, will turn and hand it off. That's Corey Maynard, the junior, off the left side into Monarchs territory and fighting his way to the JM 41-yard line on a First Choice America first down. The Bruins offense
Corey Maynard,
on your screen, presented by Rowick Financial. Ryland Figgs is the fullback, Michael Gibson the tailback. The receivers, Grant Yost and Anthony Perlowski. Marcus Reed is the tight end. And the offensive line from left to right, Jacob Ovaldoble, Connor Ray, Lincoln Taylor, Jude Blake, and Dominic White.
13 correction.
Gain of 13, second down and 2 to the 41-yard line of the Monarchs. Another handoff to Maynard, left side, and that'll be enough for a first down as he gets deeper into JM territory inside the 40, down to about the 36-yard line. Here's the Monarchs defense for you, again presented by Rowick Financial. Dalton Cooper, Kyle Williams, JT Morris up front, Hayden Fordyce, Clay McCord, Mason Markinich, and Reed Hamrick, the linebacking core, and Xavier Wells, Jacob Caesar, Brody Thomas, and Kane Martin in the secondary. Rowick Financial starting lineup, First Choice America first down, a gain of 3 to the 38-yard line. First down and 10 for Sperringer and the Bruins. Another handoff coming near side is Maynard, and Maynard staying on his feet before being brought down on the play by the safety, Brody Thomas, and that's a good run by Maynard.
The Brooks come out all 3 plays in a full house backfield. I call it an inverted wishbone, a backbone, but you got the tailback and 2 up backs in front of it, and they run power to the left twice, power to the right once. Real positive yards on all 3 plays.
Another look at the 12-yard gain by Maynard on a First Choice America first and 10 at the JM 26-yard line. Grant Yost, the receiver, split out to the far side of the formation. Sperringer will keep it, and John Marshall does one heck of a job there.
Sure did.
Mason Markinich, our DeFelice Brothers Pizza Scholar athlete, comes up with the tackle as a penalty marker flies at the end of the play. So wait and see who the guilty party is there.
On the play.
Butch Minkemeyer, our official for tonight. It's going to be a personal foul against the Bruins. It'll back them up 15 yards, which is a shame because they've done a good job moving the football to start this game.
They have. And when you're running that off-tackle play, you don't want to be in a 2nd and 25 or whatever they're going to be, roughly 25, 26. You know, it's a 6-7 yard play. You move your sticks.
Ball now at the Monarch 43.
At the 43-yard line, second down now in 27 for Brooke. Again, they recovered a surprise onside kick to start the game. Sperringer in the power pistol will keep it again off the left side with some space at the 40. Shake and bake 35, and being tackled at the 31-yard line is the senior quarterback Ty Sperringer, brought down on the play by Landon Snyder. On the season, Ty Sperringer, a 48% completion percentage, 7 touchdowns to 11 interceptions, also has 193 rushing yards and a touchdown, averaging about 3.8 yards a carry.
And Ty Sperringer had a great night here 2 years ago. His brother was hurt, and he stepped in and played quarterback, did an outstanding job, running and throwing.
7th play of the drive, 3rd and 15. Play action fake for Sperringer, rolling near side, has a man, passes too short, intended for Crosby Morris. In coverage there, the cornerback Xavier Wells. 4th down and 15, it looks like the Bruins will punt the football after recovering a surprise onside kick to start the game.
Xavier Wells on the coverage.
Or will the offense remain on the field?
Yeah, I think they're going to leave their offense on the field. They're 4-down territory. They may quick kick it and try to get it down inside the 5-yard line, but I think they're going to try to get the first down.
It's the 8th play of the drive, 9:06 left in the opening quarter. 4th and 15, they're going to throw it. Sperringer deep down the far side of the field. The pass is bobbled and incomplete. Intended for Grant Yost in coverage there, along with Brody Thomas is the cornerback on that far side. Kane Martin. Turnover on downs, 3 minutes into the contest, and John Marshall will take over.
Yeah, Brooke's done an outstanding job moving the football. You know, the penalty really hurt, but they were getting 10, 12 yards per carry out of that heavy backfield, running the power play off tackle.
So now the Monarchs get set for their first offensive possession, first down and 10 at their own 31-yard line. The quarterback for John Marshall is another senior, and Caden Knapp started in this game a couple of years ago as a sophomore. With him in the backfield is Kane Martin lining up to the left of Knapp. First and 10, they're going to throw it. Pass to a wide open Landon Snyder. It was low. We're going to call it a catch across the 35 to the 36. Wasn't sure if that bounced first, but a good gain on First Choice America first down.
Right. His knee was on the ground when he caught the ball, so he is down right there.
Camden Sperringer on the coverage and the tackle. We'll call it a gain of 6, second and a 4.
Second down and 4 to the 37-yard line. Dalton Cooper, standout running back, we were told pregame would not be available offensively, dealing with an injury, as are several Monarchs tonight. Empty set on 2nd and 4. Throwing it into the dirt is Knapp. Big rush on the screen play as a couple of Brooke Bruins, including Ryland Figgs, get through the offensive line. Let's take a look at the Brooke defense presented by Rowing Finance. Scott up front, Frank Cassini's linebacking core, Corey Maynard, Cole Bolin, and Grant Yost. And the secondary, Michael Gibson and Ty Sperringer, the corners, Anthony Porlowski and Jack Garvey are the safeties. Third down and 4 coming up after the incompletion at the 37-yard line, scoreless to begin this one. 3 receivers to the far side of the field, 2 to the near side as Knapp is by himself in the shotgun. He'll throw it. Pass is caught on the out route near side to Snyder across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. Brought down by Garvey. New set of sticks for the Monarchs.
It came empty backfield. I think it was just a pre-snap read. Who's uncovered? Let's get him the ball at about 8 yards and get the first down.
Nathan Hughes starting for Cooper on offense at tailback. Clemens, Snyder, Wells, and Martin, the receivers. And the offensive line, Levi Clegg, Riley Williams, Gavin Myers, Colton Hott, and Braden Storm. That's the Rowrick Financial John Marshall offense to the 47, gain of 10 on 3rd and 4. First Choice America first down. They fake the handoff, they throw the screen, and Brooke is all over it, but Snyder trying to fight his way for a couple of yards. On the tackle for the Bruins, freshman Camden Sperringer, 6 foot 175 pounds. Sees time at tight end and on defense and made a good tackle there.
He read the screenplay well. You see him sitting there, he about picked the ball off, makes a nice tackle.
Snyder was able to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Good job again by Camden Sperringer on the tackle. No gain, 2nd and 10 at the 47. Empty. Knapp will throw it far side, floats one, incomplete, wide of the mark intended for Snyder. Caden Thoma in coverage for the Bruins, 3rd down and 10.
Brooke is just bringing all blitz every play, bringing 1, 2, sometimes even 3 linebackers, putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. I think they're aware that the starting tailback is not on the field and expect him to throw the ball. And the approach is we're going to get to the quarterback before he can get it out of his hands.
6th play of the drive for the Monarchs in their home brown jerseys, brown pants, gold numerals and lettering, and white helmets. The Bruins, gold domes, white visiting jerseys and gold pants. 3rd and 10, big rush. They throw the screen. Caught in the backfield by Kane Martin into Brooke territory. 45, stays in bounds inside the 40. Has enough for the first down as he stays in bounds. Kane Martin, 28 receptions, 288 yards, 6 receiving touchdowns, which leads the team. He gets a first down there for the Monarchs as Jack Garvey makes the stop.
Right. They put all 3 receivers to the right and just ran a little under screen with the inside guy. He's one-on-one with a couple of defenders. Got plenty for the first down.
To the Brooke 36-yard line, a gain of 17. Toss play far side. Landon Snyder the carry. Maynard the stop. John Marshall has to get creative with the way that they do things in the run game with their leading rusher in Dalton Cooper being
Well,
sidelined on offense.
Not many better than that than Coach Caesar here. He learned from his father, who was the most creative coach probably I've ever been around. Coached against him for a number of years, and Coach Caesar here is doing the same thing. Just making you always sit on your heels because you don't know what to expect.
Gain of 4 on the toss play to Snyder, 2nd down and 6. Pitch play forward to Martin, and Martin gets across the 30 down to about the 27-yard line. Check that, not number 16, that's number 18, Xavier Wells, the 6'1", 180-pound senior, leading receiver for the Monarchs with 394 yards coming in, and that'll get him up over 400 receiving yards on the season because that play went forward.
That's pitch forward, so it'll be charted as a reception.
Actually, I lied. He had 394. That's a gain of 4. Wells now with 398 receiving yards on the season. Nonetheless, it's a positive game. 3rd down and 2 for the Monarchs at the Bruins' 28-yard line. Knapp, the senior quarterback, takes the high snap, pulls it down, runs with it towards that lead stick. I believe he's got enough for a 1st down to the Bruins' 25-yard line. He does, and the sticks will move. Caden Knapp with 62 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown on the season. Design run for the quarterback. That's another way that the run game can try to get going as well.
Absolutely. Direct snap to him. It's just a quarterback power. The running back is going to kick out the end. They're going to get a double at the point of attack, and plenty for the 1st down.
John Marshall putting together quite the opening drive. The 10th play forthcoming. Another pitch play forward, but Brooke is all over it. Bringing him down in the backfield is Marcus Reed. A great job there up front as well by Brooke. And number 72, Gage Walsh, to hit him first. As the Brooke Bruins defensive line, as you see it here on the Team Automotive replay, gets through and makes the stop for a negative play.
Right. Yeah, they blitzed right into it. It's a good defensive call. He just took it away. Of course, John Marshall's in 4-down territory. 2nd and about 13.
Yep, back at the 28-yard line. This opening quarter, scoreless between these two teams on the outside of the top 16 in West Virginia Class 3A. The Monarchs are 17th, the Bruins are 14th. Screen pass near side from Knapp to Snyder. And Snyder stumbles his way down to the 25-yard line for a gain of about 3, maybe 4 back to the original line of scrimmage, but a 3rd down and long forthcoming for the Monarchs. They did see a 3rd down and 10 earlier on the drive and were able to convert with a big screen play.
Yeah, and again, they're in 4-down territory, so they'll take their couple shots to get it there.
Back to the original line of scrimmage, Landon Snyder heavily involved on the offensive side of things for John Marshall on this opening drive. Caden Knapp, the senior quarterback, in the shotgun with 3 receivers to the far side of the field, 2 near side. Takes the snap, rolling far side, has a man. The pass is wide to the mark, kind of wide open. Kane Martin just missed him, and that'll bring up a 4th down and 10.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised to see him come back with a similar thing. They have both receivers to that side pretty well open. The under guy and the deeper guy just overthrew him.
Michael Gibson in coverage for the Bruins. It looks like the Monarchs offense will remain on the field as Mark Caesar, in his 4th season as the head football coach here at John Marshall, draws up a play on 4th and long. The play clock down to 12. And before it gets any further, Mark Caesar utilizes a timeout with 3:36 remaining in the 1st quarter. We will step aside with them, scoreless in Moundsville here at Monarch Stadium between the Monarchs and the Bruins.
At DeFelice Brothers Pizza, we're more than just pizza with a full line of catering offerings. Try our party round sandwich, Parmesan crusted rosemary chicken breasts, signature Italian sausage, or meatballs. To book your next event, call DeFelice Brothers Pizza near you or visit us at eatdefelice.com.
I'm Colton McKivitz. Growing up in the Ohio Valley, playing for WVU, and now playing ball as a pro, I know how important it is to have sports medicine experts you can count on. WVU Medicine's sports medicine team helps athletes of all ages prevent injuries, recover safely, and get back in the game stronger than ever. From youth leagues to weekend warriors, they're committed to keeping our community moving and performing at its best. WVU Medicine, keeping quality care close to home.
At DeFelice Brothers Pizza, we're more than just pizza with a full line of catering offerings. Try our party round sandwich, Parmesan crusted rosemary chicken breasts, signature Italian sausage, or meatballs. To book your next event, call DeFelice Brothers Pizza near you or visit us at eatdefelice.com.
It's a 4th down and 10 for the Monarchs. They utilize their first timeout of the opening half. Scoreless between John Marshall and Brooke. I'm Jack Hillgrove, joined by Tony Filberto. Coach, we saw a surprise onside kick to start the game for the Bruins. It really fired up their sideline. A surprise getting the ball to start the game for Brooke. Their drive comes up empty. John Marshall looking to avoid the same fate here.
Right, both teams have gone for it on fourth down. Brooke not successful. Let's see what happens with John Marshall here.
3:36 to go in the opening frame. We are scoreless. 4th and 10. Caden Knapp takes the shotgun snap. Looks down the middle of the field, has a man, the pass is caught, and then for the end zone. Touchdown, Xavier Wells.
And that's a good throw. That's a really good throw.
A Laborers Local 809 touchdown, 25 yards. That's Wells' first touchdown reception of the season for Knapp, his 15th passing touchdown, and the Monarchs strike first.
If we see it again, it's just running verticals with everyone. Inside receiver runs a little post, split the two defenders, caught it in stride. Great throw, great catch.
Right down the middle of the field, a 25-yard touchdown on 4th and 10 for the Monarchs as they attempt the extra point. The holder for the Monarchs is Knapp. The snapper is Storm. And the kick by Reed Hamrick is up and through, and the Monarchs strike first, 7-0. 3:30 to go in the first.
If you're looking for a new truck, now is the time to buy from RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Right now, get up to $13,000 off MSRP on select in-stock Ram 1500s with the additional dealer discount. RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
Are you searching for a new SUV? Don't miss out on this amazing deal. Right now, get up to $7,000 off MSRP on select in-stock Jeep Grand Cherokees with additional dealer discount. Hurry to RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you.
A 13-play, 69-yard drive for the Monarchs, capped off by Caden Knapp's 25-yard strike to Xavier Wells on 4th down. Gives the Monarchs the 7-0 advantage to start this game. Despite not getting the football to start the game and missing out on the onside kick, they were able to rebound defensively and put together a good scoring drive to take the lead.
And it was a 4th down play, 4th and 10. A lot of people are thinking try to get the sticks through the ball to the end zone.
We'll see how Brooke responds here. They will receive the team mobile unit kickoff. Gibson and Yost back to return for
27 is Landon McCabe.
the Bruins, and Landon McCabe, the sophomore, will kick it off. 1 touchback on the season. He's got it teed up on the X to our right at the 40-yard line. This one a line drive kick that bounces a couple of times, and it's taken by Gibson near the 15-yard line across the 20 far side before being tackled on the play by the guy that caught the touchdown, Xavier Wells. And Brooke will take over at about the 21-yard line, 1st down and 10 coming up.
Looks like that form tackle that coaches try to teach preseason. You know, you wrap the arms, you lock it, and then secure them to the ground.
We'll actually spot the football
We'd like to thank the Landing
at the 22-yard line
for feeding the press box and the media here tonight. Give them a call, 304-845-3500. Check out the Landing.
Shotgun formation for Ty Sperringer and the Bruins. Play action fake. Sperringer will keep it. Has some space near side. Across the 30-35 before being pushed out of bounds and tackled on the play by Snyder. Gain to the 35-yard line, enough for a Brooke 1st down, a gain of about 13 for the quarterback Sperringer, who's averaging about 4 yards a carry in the run game coming in.
Very capable with the football in his hands, running or throwing. The play there, he flashed the back across. I think it was predetermined. Actually pulled it and brought that defense down inside and ran counter action against it.
There's a gain actually to the 36-yard line, so a 14-yard scamper for Sperringer. First choice America 1st down. We've seen this formation, Coach, out of Brooke pretty much every offensive play to start this game,
Right.
and they'll run Maynard out of it. And Maynard flies through a hole across the 40-yard line before being driven back and tackled by Clay McCord, junior inside backer with 13 tackles and 2 tackles for loss on the season.
Yeah,
Gain of about 5.
That 3-back offense, again, a lot of people call it an inverted wishbone, and I just call it a backbone. You put the tailback back there and 2 up backs in front of him.
Inside 3 minutes to go in this opening period. 2nd down and 5 after the 5-yard rush for Corey Maynard, who had 9 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown coming into tonight's contest. 2 receivers in the formation for the Bruins. Gibson near that lead stick at about the 46-yard line.
Pretty close.
They're actually going to spot the football, I believe, at the 45, so he'll be a yard short. And it'll bring up about a 3rd down and 1.
John Marshall is in that 3 front, and they're getting outside the defensive ends. They're compressing them down, and they're getting good blocks at the tackle and getting some outside leverage on this defense.
3rd down and 1 at the 45-yard line. Brooke trying to combat the John Marshall touchdown. They'll give it to the fullback, Reed, straight ahead, and Reed needed 1 and got about 1.5 on the play as McCord flies through the line to make the stop. Marcus Reed does get enough for the 1st down. 9 carries for 21 yards and a touchdown on the season coming in. A bruiser type at fullback / tight end. You can give him the ball and you can count on 6'2", 245 to get you 3 feet.
Good size, yep. He's done a good job blocking out of that heavy backfield set. If you'll see it again, there's that bubble outside that defensive tackle, or some people are calling him an end to the outside backer, and that's a point of attack.
First Choice America 1st down to the 48-yard line. Sperringer will throw it. Pass is caught far side. Yost spins out of a tackle. 1st down and more. Down the far sideline. Grant Yost at the 25-20. Yost at the 15, 10, and out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Grant Yost, this junior, with 388 receiving yards on the season. Brooks' leading receiver, has an explosive play there.
Grant Yost, pretty good athlete, plays a lot of sports. But watch this. He breaks 1 tackle there. Now he'll break another tackle and then almost get it into the end zone.
A gain of 43 yards to the 5-yard line. 1st down and goal. Sperringer to Yost. Now with over 400 receiving yards on the season. Gibson tries to cap off the drive, bounces out of 1 tackle, inside the 5, down to about the 3 for a gain of a couple. On the stop there for the Monarchs, Hayden Fordyce, 2nd leading tackler for the Monarchs, with 40 of them coming in. We're inside a minute here in the 1st quarter as Brooke enters the West Virginia Northern Community College red zone.
2nd and goal. The ball now to Monarch 3.
I expect them to go back to that heavy set with the 3 backs in the backfield and attack that off tackle area.
Gibson's 2nd carry of the drive. Corey Maynard in at tailback with Ryland Figs to the right of Sperringer as a penalty marker flies and stops the clock. It's a sideline warning against John Marshall. As Brooke gets set, and they'll do it again as the play clock resets to 40. Game clock continuing to wind. We'll see if Brooke will try and punch it in here on 2nd and goal. Maynard behind Sperringer. Figs to the right of Sperringer. It's Maynard, left side. Maynard, touchdown, Brooke. And they're an extra point away from tying this game. Corey Maynard's 2nd rushing score of the season. A Laborers Local 809 touchdown that goes 3 yards. And as I mentioned, Brooke, a Rocco Sacrapani extra point away from tying it up at 7.
Again, they're in that 3-back offense. They're getting a double team right at the point of attack. They're just catching a natural bubble and really nobody to block at that point.
Sacrapani on the season, 14 of 15, make it 15 of 16. The snap from Lanigan, the hold from Yost. It all works, and we are tied at 7 with 20 seconds remaining in this 1st quarter. It's homecoming here at John Marshall and at Monarch Stadium. With that, let's take a look at the DJ Sales and Service fan cam as the Brooke Bruins travel south down Route 2 to watch their team. This is a rivalry that spreads back a very long way. Brooke leads the all-time series 41-15. John Marshall with a nice little winning streak spread out in there as well. They won every game in this series from 2017 to 2022. 2024, Brooke wins, or 2023 rather, Brooke wins 49-23, and the Bruins win it last year 33-6. And John Marshall and Mark Caesar told me earlier in the week, this is a game that they get up for, obviously, and the fact that they were taken care of by the Bruins the last couple of years is something that they're trying to use as motivation.
Absolutely. I think this game and probably the Wheeling Park game are probably the two special games on the schedule for them.
For Brooke, it was a 7-play, 78-yard drive that took 3 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock, capped off by Maynard's 3-yard touchdown tote. Rocco Sacrapani's extra point ties it up at 7.
Troy Fetty is calling the offensive plays for Brooke. Longtime coach with me. Just doing an outstanding job attacking the C-gap. Long drives at 6, 8, 10, 12 yards, and then throw the nice pass.
And when Ted Arnaud was the Madonna coach and was offered and accepted the principal's position at Weir High, Arnaud had to resign as the Madonna football coach, and in that season 2023, Troy Fetty took over. And
Landing Snyder on the return.
Also a former assistant, as you mentioned, with yourself. And
he was at Brooke for a while, and coached a number of places. A real journey.
Number 7,
quite the experience on the offensive side for Frank Cicini as far as assistant coaches go. Defensively, Gus DiMarzio has spent over 20 years as an assistant at Steubenville Big Red, a Brooke alum, guiding the Bruins defense.
And of course, Paul Giulio's been with the Brooke system, for almost forever as a player and a coach. Back to the mid-'80s.
The team mobile unit kickoff taken across the 35-yard line. John Marshall will likely run one play. Penalty marker flies as that play is ran. Sperringer and Morris combining on the stop as
number 16,
Xavier Wells, rather Kane Martin, I should say, with the carry. Clock stops at 5.9 seconds.
Looks like a hold against John Marshall.
Against the Monarchs.
And you are correct. Butch Minkmeyer does say holding against the Monarchs, and it'll back him up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So I lied. They'll run one more play before the end of the quarter here. An exciting first quarter, a surprise onside kick to begin the game. A touchdown on 4th down, an explosive play for Brooke that led to a 3-yard touchdown. So despite it only being 7-7, we have had an exciting first quarter. And as the clock runs, it expires, and we will head to the first quarter break. Tied at 7. Second quarter coming up next.
It's Go Time Sports Friday on the Go Time. We'll bring you the biggest highlights from the biggest games live as they happen. From the opening kickoff to the final whistle, scores, highlights, and insightful commentary. You can take us to the game with you on your smartphone. Or join the fun from the comfort of your own home. It's Sports Friday on the Go, 7 to 9:30 only on the WTOV 9 YouTube page.
Sponsored by RC Auto Group, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, M&M Hardware, and WVU Medicine, Weirton Medical Center.
Drop whatever you're doing right now. The Wendy's $8 JBC meal deal is here. That's 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers, medium fries, and a medium drink. So you better be on your way. Bacon waits for no one. The #1 deal for the #1 bacon cheeseburger, gotta be Wendy's.
At American Consolidated Natural Resources, every team member plays a vital role in our operation. We are a company where leadership listens, hard work is recognized, and career growth is part of the plan. You're not just starting a job, you're building a future that helps power communities across the nation. With strong pay, top-tier benefits, and long-term security backed by decades of reserves. Apply online today, and let's get to work.
Weather in the Ohio Valley can change
in an instant. The Severe Weather Team 9 app will help you plan and prepare.
Before weather threatens, access storm tracking, interactive radar, and your Futurecast. Download the Severe Weather Team 9 app today.
The Bordas Bordas Friday Night Rivals is sponsored by WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital, WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center, WVU Medicine Black Lung Clinic, The Health Plan, Center of Music and Art, Real Rig Financial.
Back here for the second quarter of play. First down and 20 for the John Marshall Monarchs. After the holding penalty, they will take over at the 27-yard line, and Mr. Reuter first down. Jack Hillgrove and Tony Filiberto out in the elements here at Monarch Stadium. Pass to the far side from Nat to about the 30-yard line.
Is complete.
It's complete
Number
to
one,
Zeke Young, number 1, senior at 6 foot 170 pounds. 3 receptions for 20 yards. Gain of about 4, second and 16.
Brooke is playing a very soft coverage in their secondary, and I just think it's a pre-snap read. He's coming out, with all these wide outs. Whoever's not uncovered, and he's just getting him the ball quickly.
Double slot for the Monarchs. To the near side of the field. Knapp will take the shotgun snap to him. Hard over the middle. Pass is caught and immediately met is Landon Snyder by Ty Sperringer. A hard hit across the 40-yard line that forces the ball out, incomplete. Third down.
See the throw again. A nice throw. I thought he was going to secure it, but good defense.
Third down.
Incomplete pass as Sperringer's hit draws the ball loose. Third down and 16 at the 31-yard line. A good throw right into the gut of number 4. You just got to give number 2 in white all the credit. Again, no Dalton Cooper tonight on offense for the Monarchs. Leading rusher for John Marshall, 78 carries, 568 yards, and 5 touchdowns coming in. A little pump fake on the screen. Knapp buys himself more time. It's caught by Martin back at the 30, and the Bruins sniff out the play. They're all over it. Crosby, Morris, and several other Bruins combine on the stop. Jack Garvey in there as well. Forces a 4th down and 16.
Yeah, we may see our first punt of the evening. We're into the second quarter.
And Keenan Thurma. I said Thurma on the
4th down and 16 at the 31-yard line. Brooke has done that against the John Marshall screen a couple of times in this ball game.
Anyway,
yeah, they've defended it well. The quarterback did a nice job doing the screen one side, and it wasn't there to come to the other side.
Hamrick will punt end over end. Yost is waiting for it. It bounces at the 44-yard line and takes a JM bounce inside the 30, and it continues to roll almost to the 25-yard line. So Reed Hamrick with one heck of a punt that takes a John Marshall bounce. Brooke will take over at its own 26-yard line with 10:09 remaining in this second quarter.
Brooke has been very effective in their 3-back offense. I expect them to come out and keep running it until John Marshall does something to stop it.
42-yard punt for the Monarchs. 1st and 10 for the
punt
Bruins.
Unofficially travels 42 yards.
Their own 26-yard line.
And Brooke will take over again, 1st down and 10 at the 26-yard line to our right. A Mr. Reuter first down. Grant Yost, the lone receiver on the field for the Bruins. He's at the bottom of your screen. Near the Charge logo. Charge and Comet doing a switcheroo. 1st down and 10 at the 26. Sperringer keeps for a couple.
If you look, there's a mix-up in the backfield. I think he was thinking the back was going to go to the other side. It's a smart thing, didn't seem. Tuck the football and get any yardage you can.
He gets 2 to the 28. 2nd down and 8. Comet was our WTOV 9.3. Comet transitions now to WTOV 9.4. Charge now to WTOV 9.3. So if you like NCIS, Magnum PI, 80s cop shows, Charge is for you. 2nd down and 8. Maynard breaks a tackle, comes near side across the 30 and hit hard going out of bounds. Corey Maynard, number 45, with a good head of hair popping out of the back of the helmet, has made his impact in this game. Number 16 for the Monarchs, Kane Martin, comes up with the stop. Gain of 5 to the 33-yard line. So 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Been loss of 5, but a gain of 2. 33. Ball now.
Made a nice run. You got stuffed in the backfield. Broke a couple of tackles, kept those legs running, got some positive yards.
Gain of 5 to the 33-yard line. It's 3rd and 3 from the 33. Trips to the far side of the field. Sperringer in the gun. Gibson to his right. Sperringer rolls right. Throws. Pass caught for a first down. Across the 35-yard line goes Brody Drum, sophomore with 4 receptions coming into this matchup on the season. Reception number 5 gives the Bruins a first down.
And Ty Sperringer, the quarterback, was about a half roll, half sprint out to the right, and caught the out route, knew where the sticks were. Very smart play.
Drum needed the 36 and got the 36, a gain of 3 that gives the Bruins a new set of sticks. First down and 10. Another shotgun formation for the Bruins. Ty Sperringer takes the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it for himself, and gets 1, maybe 1.5. A couple of Monarchs coming through and making the stop, including McCord and number 23, J.T. Morris. Morris on the season leading the Monarchs in sacks with 4 of them, has 6 TFLs. McCord with 13 tackles and 2 TFLs coming in. It's a gain of 2.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8, ball now to 38.
Another power pistol look for, what do you call that formation?
I call it a backbone. And some people calling it an inverted wishbone.
Well, it looks like the backbone play on 2nd and 8 causes some confusion. Sperringer had to keep it, and it'll run out of bounds near the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, and actually he lost a couple, so 3rd down and 10 coming up.
He lost 2.
So back to the 36 goes Ty Sperringer. 3rd down and 10. I thought he was clutching a hand there.
Ball now to 36.
I don't know if he banged his hand on an opposing player or himself. Looks to be okay. 3rd and 10 at the 36-yard line. 7:56 remaining in this second quarter. A whistle.
I don't see a flag.
Neither do I.
And I don't see a timeout signal.
I don't know what that was. Something to do with maybe the down marker on the far sideline?
Possibly.
Not a clue, but they resume play. Play clock down to 18. Clock stopped at 7:56. 3rd and 10. Sperringer's going to throw it deep down the field. Has Yost, but it overthrows both Yost and Kane Martin in coverage. 4th down and 10. And the Bruins will punt for the first time of the game. So back-to-back possessions, we see each team's first punt of the night.
Right, threw 4 verticals and just slightly overthrew them. Had actually 2 receivers had a step on the defenders.
Snyder back deep for the Monarchs.
Snyder will stand for the Monarchs at his own 28-yard line. Yost will punt it away, end over end. Snyder's going to let it bounce at the 35. It actually takes a John Marshall bounce through the 40 before being down by Memphis McCoy. And we will step aside. 7:41 to go in half number 1. We're tied at 7 on the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals in Moundsville.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time.
The Center of Music and Art is a music store, but did you know they also offer music lessons? Want to learn to play an instrument but just not quite sure where to start? Come to the Center of Music and Art. We offer private, semi-private, and group music lessons, typically once per week for the piano, lead and bass guitars, drums, ukulele, saxophone, flute, voice, and more. What are you waiting for? Sign up by stopping in to fill out the registration form or submit one virtually on our website.
Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
7:41 remaining in the second quarter. Jack Hillgrove, Tony Filberto in Moundsville.
2 blockers out in front with the motion. Just turn through the fast screen, and you got them on the perimeter. Let your athletes do their work.
16-yard gain for Wells, who had the 25-yard touchdown reception in the first quarter. It was the first score of the game. Back with 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Interesting 10. Knapp will throw the out pass. Caught in the open field by Martin. Shakes one tackle, but then is met again by a couple of other Brooke Bruins, including Ty Sperringer and Caden Thoma. Martin dodged a tackle. 3 more Bruins charged through to make the stop, a 4-yard gain.
To the 2 receiver side, they ran vertical down the field and what we call a slip route, an angle route to the sideline, and it drives the defenders off. And the underneath route is usually wide open, which it was that time. That's where they made the connection.
Second and 6, Knapp throws over the middle, caught by Snyder inside the 30 of John Marshall. First down as Landon Snyder moves the sticks, and another Mr. Reuter first down.
See a nice throw, nice catch. They just ran a little inside hook, curl route underneath the defenders. We're seeing 2 different offensive approaches here. We're seeing one with 3 backs in the backfield and one with no backs in the backfield.
First and 10 to the 29-yard line, a gain of 10.5, 11 yards. Another Mr. Reuter first down. Knapp will throw. Out route, caught at the 20. Snyder spins, tries to spin out of a tackle. Gibson was able to wrap him up at the 16. Despite their stud tailback in Cooper not being available, John Marshall's pass game is overcompensated well.
Absolutely. They take advantage of the things that they have. And that's what good coaches do. And Coach Caesar says, I don't have my big back, so we're going to throw the football with my quarterback.
It's a gain of 12 to the 17-yard line as John Marshall enters the West Virginia Northern Community College red zone. Let's take a Trinity Health System timeout.
Got a good thing going on. Got a good thing going on.
Timeout presented by Trinity Health System. Jack Hillgrove, Tony Filberto here in Moundsville. Monarch Stadium tied at 7 between John Marshall and Brooke. Both teams members of West Virginia Class 3A. 16 teams make the playoffs in all 4 West Virginia classifications. Both teams on the cusp of entering the top 16. John Marshall 4-2, they're 17th. Brooke is 3-4, they're 20th. And if either one of these teams, or both, make the playoffs, they snap significant playoff droughts. John Marshall hasn't been in the playoffs since 2018. Brooke's last playoff appearance, 2015. First and 10 at the 17-yard line for the Monarchs. 5:43 to go in the first half. Cade Knapp takes the shotgun snap, throws it over the middle. A wide open Cade Martin. Touchdown, John Marshall. A Laborers Local 809 touchdown. Both scores for Mark Caesar and the Monarchs coach. Passes right over the middle.
Right. Again, is straight down the seam. The inside receiver went out. The tight receiver comes straight down the field. It draws the defender outside, and nobody there to cover him.
John Marshall regains the lead, 13-7.
If you're looking for a new truck, now is the time to buy from RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Right now, get up to $13,000 off MSRP on select in-stock Ram 1500s with the additional dealer discount. RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you.
I can't do this anymore.
Call Bob.
Who's Bob?
I'm Bob, the owner of Mr. Reuter Plumbing. My team has been helping with plumbing problems for over 25 years. Mr. Reuter has fast, reliable service and the best warranties in the industry.
When you need a plumber fast, don't do it yourself. Call Bob at Mr. Reuter Plumbing.
Thanks, Bob.
My pleasure.
Are you searching for a new SUV? Don't miss out on this amazing deal. Right now, get up to $7,000 off MSRP on select in-stock Jeep Grand Cherokees with additional dealer discount. Hurry to RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you.
Five plays, 60 yards, 2 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock. Kane Martin, 17-yard touchdown reception. gives John Marshall the lead once again. 14-7 with 5:38 to go till halftime. Brooke tries to respond here on the road. Jack Hillgrove and Tony Filberto with you out in the elements here at John Marshall High School. Week number 8 in West Virginia regular season action. The kickoff, T-Mobile unit kickoff taken by the Bruins at their own 20-yard line. That's William Scott, number 5, who returns the kickoff to about the 29-yard line, and that's where the Bruins will take over.
It looked like Nathan Hughes, number 6, a sophomore, made that tackle. Nice open field tackle.
Yeah, Hughes, backup defensive back for the Monarchs, but receiving the starting nod at tailback with Dalton Cooper out offensively for the Monarchs, and he is playing on defense, number 20 at the top of your screen there. Defensively, Cooper pretty darn good as well, leading the team in tackles for loss with 10 of them on the season. 2 forced fumbles and a fumble recovery as well. So he's available to the Monarchs defense, but offensively without his services. 1st and 10 at their own 30. A Mr. Reuter 1st and 10. Michael Gibson on the carry. The junior goes his way to the 35-yard line. Reminder, after the game, the school bus stop of the game. Our best defensive highlight of the night will be featured on the Bordas Bordas Friday Night Rivals school bus stop of the game, and that comes your way at the conclusion of this one. Gain of 5 to the 35-yard line for Gibson. Starting tailback for Frank Sassini's Bruins with 282 rushing yards and a touchdown coming in. Sperringer keeps, and there goes Dalton Cooper flying through the line and making the stop. Clay McCord in there as well. Minimal gain, if any. Actually, they're going to call it no gain. 3rd down and 5.
All right, did a nice job. It looked pretty healthy there. Made a nice tackle, and it was just a counter play, quarterback counter, and no place to go.
4.5 to go till halftime. Homecoming here at John Marshall High School. Homecoming king and queen will be crowned at the half. We'll bring you that as the third quarter begins. Pass to the far side on 3rd and 5. Caught near that lead stick by Crosby Morris, but the John Marshall defensive backfield doing a good job of keeping it near that lead stick. We'll see where they mark this one. Another look at it here, Coach.
Yeah, great throw, great catch. Really nice tackle there. It looks like he made the sticks, but I think the mark's showing he's not. And I see Coach Sassini over there questioning the mark, and I don't blame him on that one.
Yeah, on the T-Mobile, or on the Team Automotive replay, it looked like forward progress got him the 1st down. Instead, they mark it a yard short at the 38. Xavier Wells with the tackle, a very good tackle. 4th down and 1, and Frank Sassini will punt it.
Punt for the Bruins.
From the 38-yard line, they will kick it away. Yost punts, and met immediately by 3 Bruins is Snyder, including the first guy to him, Camden Sperringer, the freshman, who made a tackle early in the game on defense, doing a good job on special teams as well.
I see Lanigan's also in on that tackle.
1st and 10 for the Monarchs.
Elijah Lanigan, the 6'2", 215-pound senior backup offensive lineman and a starter, a defensive tackle for the Bruins. 3:40 to go in this first half as John Marshall takes over. Mr. Reuter 1st and 10. Their own 33-yard line. Empty set for the Monarchs. We've seen this quite a bunch. 3-by-2, 3 receivers to the near side of the field, 2 to the far side. Knapp takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, big rush. He avoids a couple of tacklers, and he scampers up to the 40-yard line. That's Caden Knapp, the quarterback. Looked like Brooke almost got to him. Grant Yost finally comes up with the stop. It's a gain of 7 yards.
Sure is. He did a smart thing. He wasn't going to force the football. Take what you can get, and what he got was about 8 yards.
And in the offseason, gathering the information for the John Marshall preview, one of the things I had talked to Mark Caesar about as they were getting set for Caden Knapp to be the starting quarterback this season as a senior, he had to limit the turnovers. And his touchdown interception ratio, pretty darn good, 14-8. A wise senior decision there to not force anything and keep it and run it. Presents a second down and 3. Short yardage situation that John Marshall capitalizes on as Kane Martin gets the first down.
Yeah, through a bubble screen, in the real world, it's no more than a toss sweep. Puts the ball on the perimeter, defenders outside. He cut back inside, got enough for the first down.
Yep, needed 3, got 4, 2:37 and ticking in this first half. Mr. Reuter 1st and 10 for the Monarchs, up 14-7. Ball at their own 44-yard line. Big rush. Knapp steps up, avoids the rush, throws it over the middle, passes into and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Camden Sparringer in coverage on Jacob Thames, the senior receiver, who had it for a moment and then dropped it. And it'll bring up a second down and 10.
Yeah, got a lot of pressure on the quarterback, tucked it, looked like he was going to run, found a receiver downfield, just didn't hang on.
Second down and 10 now at the 44-yard line after the incomplete pass. Football placed at the middle of the field as the clock stops at the incompletion at 2:19. Gavin Myers, the John Marshall center, quickly over the football. And a whistle and a timeout called by Mark Caesar and the Monarchs. So John Marshall with only 1 timeout remaining in the half. Brooke with 2 at 2:19 to go in this second quarter of play. At the conclusion of quarter number 2, I'd like to remind you of the Wendy's halftime show with Dylan Cleveland. We'll have highlights of this one, several others, and plenty of other goodies on the Wendy's halftime show, including the DeFelice Brothers Pizza Scholar Athlete of the Week. It was John Marshall Sr. Mason Markinich. Had the pleasure of catching up with him earlier in the week, and Mark Caesar. That story, highlights from up and down the valley coming up at the half with the Wendy's halftime show. 14-7, John Marshall. Let's take a look at how we got here with 2:19 to go in this first quarter. It started here on 4th and 10 at the Brooke 25-yard line. A good throw and catch from Napa Wells with 3:30 to go in the first quarter. That made it 7-0. Brooke would answer and tie it. Corey Maynard from 3 yards out. That was set up by a 43-yard catch and run by Grant Yost. John Marshall gets the lead back and another pass over the middle. Knapp to Kane Martin, 17 yards. 14-7 is your score with 2:19 remaining. Quarter number 2.
And we learn as we go along. Second down and 10.
So John Marshall burned its second of 3 timeouts here in this first half. Brooke with 2 timeouts remaining. Second and 10, shotgun snap. Knapp's going to throw it deep down the near side of the field. Has a man. The pass is caught and out of bounds. Goes Xavier Wells inside the 15-yard line. What a throw. What a catch. John Marshall spreading it out.
I tell you, I like this quarterback. You know, Coach Caesar saw a one-on-one on the outside. I'm taking my shot. He knew where the football was going, rears back and makes a great throw, and there's a great catch, fighting the sidelines.
Gain of 41 yards to the 15-yard line. Xavier Wells, 6'1", 180 pounds. And a good throw from Knapp, who's going to throw it again. Pass near the near sideline and inside the 5, and being knocked out of bounds before knocking over the pylon is Landon Snyder. Coach, I tell you what, between Wells, Martin, Snyder, in the offseason, Mark Caesar told me how excited he was for how talented and how deep they were at receiver, and we're seeing it here tonight.
We sure are, and we're seeing a quarterback that's very capable of getting them the football. They're throwing underneath, they're throwing deep, they're throwing screens, so they're making Brooke defend everything.
2:07 to go in this second quarter. A timeout called by Brooke. So now each team with 1 timeout remaining. And as Brooke goes to the sideline, defensive coordinator Gus DiMarzio tries to reassess on how you defend this goal-to-go situation. It'll be first and goal from the 3 for John Marshall as they look to take a 2-touchdown lead. Sports Friday on the go coming your way right now. Bill Phillips and Don Sloan live in the News 9 Digital Content Center. It's each Friday from 7 to 9:30, only on the WTOV 9 YouTube channel. 41 yards from Knapp to Wells. Snyder gains 12 down to the 3. John Marshall again, 17th in West Virginia Class 3A. They have 3 games remaining.
They've got the ball down here throwing it. It's a little tougher to throw inside the 5-yard line. Your field's so compressed. Let's see what their approach is going to be.
Another whistle. And penalty marker in the end zone thrown by our back judge.
Good ball. Illegal substitution on the defense.
And Butch Minkemeyer says it's an illegal substitution against the Bruins, which will, move things half the distance from the 3 to the 1.5. Call it the 2. Sixth play of the drive. John Marshall in search of a 2-possession lead before the break. Knapp keeps. Knapp towards the goal line, met hard by Camden Sperringer. Down at about the 1-yard line. A great play there defensively by the Bruins for the
play that I expected them to run. You get a bigger quarterback, nice size kid. It looks like a running back in there, but then again, Brooke defended it very well.
Cooper charges towards the goal line, and Dalton Cooper is in. Welcome to the offense, Mr. Cooper. His 6th rushing touchdown of the season. Healthy enough for a 1-yard touchdown run of Laborers Local 809, 20-7.
We'll see. It's just a power play. You can see the left back kicks out, but Dalton Cooper did a lot of that by himself, carried 2 guys in the end zone. So he has 1 carry and 1 touchdown.
His 6th of the season, now with 569 yards on the ground. And the touchdown presented by Laborers Local 809. Knapp will hold. Braden Storm snaps. The extra point is through, but there is a penalty marker that flies as the ball is snapped.
It looks like Brooke might have jumped.
Yep.
Now, do you take points off the board? Oh, well, they stopped it before the kick.
Seven plays, 67 yards in 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Dalton Cooper caps off the drive with a 1-yard touchdown. Extra point up and through, 21-7. John Marshall with a 2-possession lead. But Brooks got time. They've got a timeout and a minute 27 to work with to try and get this thing to a 1-possession lead before the half. And even though they got the ball to start the game on a surprise onside kick, they will get the ball to start the third quarter as well.
And we know they're capable of the big play. The pass to Grant Yost was about close to a 40-yard reception, broke a couple of touchdowns. So they don't only run the ball for 10, 12 yards. They have the capability of the big play.
Another look at it here presented by Ohio Valley Honda. Dalton Cooper, we were told before the game, wouldn't be available offensively due to injury, but healthy enough for your leading rusher to punch it in from a yard out. You wonder if that might be a strategy moving forward. You knock it down to the 2-yard line, throw in number 20 and see what you can do. And even when he's fully available, that is quite the force. Sophomore, 6'2", 210. That's pretty darn good size for a tailback.
Sure is. And, he's a good one. I saw him in a game previously this season. He's capable of big plays also.
Mark Caesar, despite loving to throw the football, has had some talented tailbacks the last several years. Cooper has kind of taken the reins now. Maverick LeMaster is quite the tailback, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons to close out his high school career. T-Mobile unit kickoff taken by the Bruins. Ball on the floor, but Michael Gibson able to fall back on top of it. And that would have been costly, so fortunately for the Bruins and Gibson, they're able to get the football back, and with a minute 19, they go to work.
Minute 19 on the clock. It's enough time, but you're getting the ball second half, so I don't think Brooke will be very risky in their approach now. I think they'll try to score, and I think they'll try to get the ball down the field, but I'm not sure they're going to show a lot of high-risk stuff.
It's a Mr. Reuter first down and 10 for the Bruins at their own 35. Ty Sperringer, the senior in the shotgun. Gibson to his right. Out route caught by Yost. Met quickly by Kane Martin as Yost fights for extra yardage. The game is to the Brooke 42-yard line.
Yeah, Brooke doesn't seem to be in any hurry. They only have one timeout left. What they don't want to do is put the ball back in the hands of John Marshall.
Not the 42, the 37. My eyes deceived me for a moment. It's a gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Clock winds inside a minute. Behringer keeps off the right side of the line. Now crosses the 40-yard line before being gang tackled by several Monarchs, including Hayden Fordyce, the right outside backer. Clock continuing to wind inside 33 seconds. Brooke does have a timeout. Gains 5 yards. 3rd and 3 to the 42.
They really don't have to run a play this half, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did, but it looks like they're not going to.
Play clock is a second behind the game clock. So as the game clock approaches 10 seconds, the play clock is at now 10 seconds. And it looks like the Bruins will elect to go to the half. Down 2 scores, 21-7, but the Bruins will take the opening kickoff to start the 3rd quarter. John Marshall, its players, coaches, and fans fired up, and rightfully so. It's 21-7, headed into the locker room at halftime. Dylan Cleland has the Wendy's halftime show from inside Studio 9 when we come back on the Bordas Bordas Friday Night Rivals.
Got a good thing going on. Every day waking up feeling blessed to be here, 'cause it's another day I get to chase my dream. Vision in my head never been so clear. Got a good thing going on.
I'm Jamie Bordas. At Bordas Bordas, we don't just get great results for our clients, we also understand the 21st century. Your time is valuable, and you may find it hard to schedule an appointment with a lawyer. That's why you can go to our website and start the process 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll review your initial inquiry and get back to you quickly. Check it out at bordaslaw.com.
Bordas and Bordas, fighting for justice.
Football at noon. It's like clockwork.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson along with my quarterback.
Shanghai, Rome, Paris, Lubbock. There is no time zone on Saturday. I made this myself from an apple juice box. Right, Bill? Yeah! Didn't even flinch.
Look at these lonely pups. These people need help.
So here we go. It's time to get up, to rise, to wake up with the Ohio Valley's most watched morning show, News 9 Sunrise.
We're everywhere, working to make your mornings easier.
Everywhere, keeping you informed and connected and helping keep you and your family safe.
Stay weather aware everywhere with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Exline.
Get all the important local information that could impact your day with the News 9 and Severe Weather Team 9 apps.
You hear us say it all the time, but it's true.
News 9 Sunrise is everywhere, making a difference for you.
This is the Wendy's Halftime Report.
Welcome into the Wendy's Halftime Report. I'm your host, Dylan Cleland. At halftime of our Bordas Bordas Friday Night Rivals game, it's 21-7, John Marshall. Now let's take a look at how we got here with our American Consolidated Natural Resources first half highlights. Brooke visiting John Marshall with playoff positioning on the line in West Virginia. Monarchs facing 4th and 10 with about 3.5 left in the first. Caden Knapp drops and looks over the middle. Xavier Wells makes the connection, 25 yards, 7-0. Short time later, Bruins knocking on the door. Corey Maynard gets the grab and goes off the left side. We're all tied at 7 after 1. Midway through the second now, John Marshall in the red zone. It's Knapp finding Kane Martin. 14-7 Monarchs. Now 90 seconds left in the half. Dalton Cooper takes it in from the 1, 21-7, John Marshall on top. We go to the score, and that's where we stand at halftime. Second half of this game coming up on Charge and the WTOV 9 digital platforms. Now to a big one in Wintersville. Indian Creek 8-0 hosting St. Clairsville. Red Devils off to a quick start. Hunter Orem gets the carry off the left side to make it 7-0 St. Clairsville. Later in the quarter, Red Devils on the 5, and Ollie Violi sidesteps and finishes it off. 14-0 St. Clairsville. That's where we're at halftime. So undefeated Indian Creek could be in hot water. We'll see if they can make a comeback in the second half. Erie McDowell visiting Steubenville, already up 7-0. In the first is Big Red, and at the 1, Santino Haney gives to Jakai Lucius Muntz, who polishes it off. 14-0 Big Red. Later in the first, Erie McDowell looking to respond, but Braden Edwards leaps up for the interception. And on the first play of the drive after the interception, Orlando Anderson squirts through the line, fires up the Jets, passes the 50, the 30, 90-yard touchdown for Big Red. It's 21-0 late in the first. Now in the second, Haney in the shotgun. Zaire Scurry says, I'll take that one. Nice grab to make it 28-0 Big Red. We go to the scoreboard. Erie McDowell kicked the field goal right before the half. We stand at 28-3 at Harding Stadium at the break. Union Local hosting Bel Air on homecoming. First quarter, Jets at their 49. Colby Carpenter takes his time, airs it deep, double covered. Max Duncan, doesn't matter, makes the catch, drags the defender with him. 51 yards, 7-0 Union Local. Then Colton Snyder gets it, and Ryder Gaynor gives him the push from behind. Shades of the tush push. Of course, the play that the Philadelphia Eagles run. 13-0 Jets. We go to the scoreboard, and that is where we stand at halftime. Coming up on the Wendy's Halftime Report, we'll introduce you to our Scholar Athlete of the Week, but first, here's a look back at the top plays from last week, which includes one from Monroe Central and Toronto.
Best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Is Max Rebish. The long snapper is Kenny Jett. The kick is no good. It's blocked, but then caught by the Red Knights, and they find the end zone. Touchdown, Toronto. Michael Henry got his field goal blocked, caught it, and said, look what I found. Touchdown. In one of the most bizarre football plays you will ever see.
48 yards per score. He's in motion again. They throw it behind the line of scrimmage. Double pass. Looking deep. Prince Terrence has it. Give him his crown again.
Right from his own end zone. Pound's got to get rid of it. He does. Throws it long. Has a receiver. And it's a catch by Jackson. Quintrell Jackson. One man to beat. Oh, my goodness. The Golden Gophers score again. Another City of Bessemer touchdown.
Here's Michael to throw. Over the middle. Ball tipped. And intercepted. That is Nicholas Alvarado with the pick.
This is a short kick. Picked up there by Scoop Smith. Reversing field, and he's dragged down. Oh. No, he's still on his feet. Scoop Smith reversing upfield. Look at Scoop. He tricked everyone. 70 yards.
The National News Desk is America's News Now.
Impactful news now.
About 30% of fatalities are because of alcohol-related crashes.
From nearly 4,000 local journalists across America.
Locally covered, nationally connected. The National News Desk is America's News Now.
Weeknights at 11 on Fox 9.
At Rorig Financial, your goals are our mission. From college savings to retirement, we build strategies tailored just for you. Rorig Financial, personalized planning, out-of-the-box thinking. Your future, our focus.
Hey, good to see you. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm looking to sell this guitar. Will you take it?
Yes, we buy used guitars.
Wow, not bad.
Need some cash? Ask yourself, what's in your closet?
Drop whatever you're doing right now. The Wendy's $8 JBC meal deal is here. That's 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers, medium fries, and a medium drink. So you better be on your way. Bacon waits for no one. The #1 deal for the #1 bacon cheeseburger, gotta be Wendy's.
WTOV 9 and the Cedar One Group are teaming up with the Salvation Army again for WTOV 9's Codes for Kids.
Last year we set a goal and not only met it, but exceeded it. The mission is to help ensure every child in our community has the ability to stay warm.
We have a goal of raising $50,000, but we need your support.
Scan the QR code to make a safe and secure donation or send a check to the address on your screen now through December 3rd.
Hurry, the weather will be turning cold soon.
Together we can make sure that there are codes for kids in the Ohio Valley.
Watch Bordas Bordas Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals for WTOV 9's Band Standout. Each week, band students are chosen for standing out and featured during the halftime show of our broadcast. WTOV 9's Band Standout of the Week, sponsored by the Center of Music and Art.
At Rig Financial, we don't just plan, we partner. Our advisors work closely with you to build a strategy that gives you real financial confidence. Rig Financial, we have your back.
Welcome back. Now it's time to meet our DeFelice Brothers Pizza Scholar Athlete of the Week. Jack Hillgrove has the story from John Marshall High School.
When it comes to the criteria for being a team scholar athlete, John Marshall head coach Mark Caesar wasted no time in selecting senior Mason Markinich for the honor.
His work ethic, a great teammate, willing to do whatever. Obviously, he's banged up right now. I mean, he's a kid that's playing injured. The sacrifice for the team, his teammates. I can go on and on and on. Just an outstanding young man.
Mason is a two-sport athlete at John Marshall, standing out in both football and baseball, all while maintaining a 4.5 grade point average. When it comes to the success in both the field and the classroom, Mason says it comes down to holding himself accountable.
You know, it's tough playing two sports, obviously, but, you know, you go to school every day, go home, study, go to practice, do it all over again every day.
He's easy to coach. I mean, he takes criticism very well, understands why, we need to do this better, takes teaching well, I guess I should say.
And being teachable is potentially what sparked Mason's interest in pursuing a career as an educator. Mason says he wants to either teach physical education or math and also become a coach.
I've actually got to go to Sherrard a little bit and kind of help student teach, so that makes a difference too. I enjoyed that. I'm leaning on baseball. I really like baseball, and I really like the coaching aspect of baseball, I'd say. I like both the sports even, but I think the aspect of coaching and everything, I would want to do baseball, but if I can, both.
In his free time, Mason enjoys playing video games, hanging out with friends, and supporting other athletic programs at JM by attending all the games. Before he graduates, Mason hopes to maintain his stellar GPA and hopes to lead his teams to postseason success.
I'd like to get All-State in baseball. I'm hoping in football make the playoffs and also go on a run in baseball. That's a big goal, is to both of them playoffs, to make a big run in them.
John Marshall Sr. Mason Markinich, the DeFelice Brothers Pizza Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Mason and the Monarchs up 21-7 at the break. Still to come on the Wendy's Halftime Report, we'll meet our Center of Music and Art Band Standout of the Week, so stick around.
At DeFelice Brothers Pizza, we're more than just pizza with a full line of catering offerings. Try our Party Round sandwich, Parmesan-crusted rosemary chicken breasts, signature Italian sausage, or meatballs. To book your next event, call DeFelice Brothers Pizza near you or visit us at eatdefelice.com.
You already know us for our top-tier windows, but what about our advanced gutter systems? With our Double Pro gutter filtration, 2 layers of industrial-grade aluminum keeps debris out of your gutters and drives rainwater away from your home. Plus, our continuous hanger technology reinforces your entire gutter system for maximum strength and drainage. And we'll install it all in as little as 1 day. Why wait for the next storm to get gutters that perform? Not only do we stand behind our gutters, we hang on them.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here. Immerse yourself in stunning video. Feel the power of movie theater quality sound and consistent volume across channels. Get the most out of live coverage with enhanced internet content. Next Gen TV, designed to be upgradable with the advancements of tomorrow. The future of television has arrived. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, That's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else.
Contact your local Coyote dealer, D&J Sales and Service.
Do you suffer from chronic boredom? Do you experience dull moments or an uncontrollable urge to scroll aimlessly? Then it's time to check out Game Center. Game Center is the best place to exercise your brain. Put an end to fun deficiency with endless game options that will increase joy, sharpen your mind, and turn dull moments into big wins. Why risk everyday boredom when you could be having a blast? Side effects may include excessive smiling, happiness, brain overload, and spontaneous fist pumping. Check out Game Center. Game Center. Fun for your mind anytime, anywhere. No prescription needed.
At DeFelice Brothers Pizza, we're more than just pizza with a full line of catering offerings. Try our party round sandwich, Parmesan crusted rosemary chicken breasts, signature Italian sausage, or meatballs. To book your next event, call DeFelice Brothers Pizza near you or visit us at eatdefelice.com.
Welcome back. Now we check on our Center of Music and Art Band Standout of the Week from Martins Ferry High School.
WTOV9's Band Standout of the Week, sponsored by the Center of Music and Art.
I'm Ryan Connors. I'm from the Martins Ferry High School Marching Band. I got into music, honestly, on kind of a random choice. It was a whim, 5th grade. They were like, hey, come down and try out instruments. And I was like, may as well. I started on the trumpet. Then my band director in high school, sophomore year, I think, moved me to the French horn. It's another brass instrument, but it's really challenging. I love that. I love a challenge. And then this is the marching version of that. It's a mellophone. I don't know, I really enjoy band. It's like a big family, and there's a lot of eating. You wouldn't expect it, but band's been a really great thing for me. It helped me get out of my shell from middle school and a whole plethora of other things. If anyone's thinking about joining band, I would definitely do it. I am really looking forward to the end of our marching season, going to concert season, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the future.
WTOV9's Band Standout of the Week, sponsored by the Center of Music and Art.
Just ahead on the Wendy's Halftime Report, we'll wrap things up with a look at some scores from around the Ohio Valley.
The Center of Music and Art is a music store, but did you know we give private art lessons? Interested in improving your artistic skills but not sure where to look? Come to the Center of Music and Art. We offer private, semi-private, and group art lessons typically once per week. Sign up for drawing, watercolor, oil, and acrylic painting, plus character design, kids crafts, teen projects, beginners fundamentals, and more. What are you waiting for? Sign up by stopping in to fill out a registration form or submit one virtually on our website.
Oh no!
What's wrong?
What do we do?
Call Bob.
Bob who?
That's me. I'm Bob, the owner of Mr. Reuter Plumbing. Been in the plumbing industry for 40 plus years. Trained by my father, who believed in quality service and customer satisfaction. Here at Mr. Reuter, we offer fast service with the best warranties in the industry.
When you need a plumber fast, don't do it yourself. Call Bob at Mr. Reuter Plumbing.
Thanks, Bob.
Weather in the Ohio Valley can change
in an instant. The Severe Weather Team 9 app will help you plan and prepare.
Before weather threatens, access storm tracking, interactive radar, and your futurecast.
Use Follow Me tracking to know exactly how the weather will affect you right where you are.
Every day, every season, every condition on every platform. Download the Severe Weather Team 9 app today and be prepared before weather threatens.
Built by tradition, driven by Saturdays. Dave Holmes, Beanie Wells, and Cardale Jones host The Script, a new show covering the Ohio State story from the guys who wrote it.
You're going to call me a homer in this situation, I know.
Here we go. With big opinions.
Why in the world would you not want a primetime game of this magnitude?
And real talk from real Buckeyes.
Yes, they're ducking the smoke. Coming in hot. Oh, my God.
New episodes every week. The Script, wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back. Before we go back to Moundsville, let's take a look at some scores from around the Ohio Valley. We start in Columbiana County. We're taking on East Liverpool 8-6 in the third quarter of this one. Cameron on the road visiting Monroe Central. The Dragons have their hands full tonight, 28-0 Seminoles at halftime. Shadyside trailing Bridgeport 17-7 at half. Steubenville Catholic Central and Conotton Valley, a tight one going on right now, 21-18 at halftime. Edison and Harrison Central tied at 13 at halftime. 19-0 Caldwell with the lead over River at the break. Oak Glen and Tyler consolidated a 7:30 kick. This one still in the second quarter. The Golden Bears on top 13-7. Wheeling Park traveling to Butler, Pennsylvania, and Patriots up on the Golden Tornadoes 14-7 at halftime. United all over Wellsville tonight, 42-0 at the break. Southern Local 14, Valley Christian 13 at halftime. Beaver Local 28, Cambridge, the Bobcats 0 at halftime. 14-6 East Canton over Buckeye Trail at the break. 14-6 Meadowbrook over Maysville at halftime. How about some local college football action this weekend? Wheeling University visits West Virginia State on Saturday at noon. At 1 p.m., West Liberty travels to West Virginia Wesleyan. Then at 2, kickoff between Bethany and Hiram. We're out of time on the Wendy's Halftime Report. Thanks for joining us. Next, it's back to Moundsville with Jack and Tony for the second half.
You've been watching the Wendy's Halftime Report.
At Rig Financial, you're our #1 priority. From your first paycheck to your golden years, we're here to guide you every step of the way.
Got a good thing going on. Every day waking up feeling blessed to be here, 'cause it's another day I get to chase my dream. Vision in my head never been so clear. Got a good thing going on.
For 8 remaining drivers, what matters is the moment.
And he's done it again!
Driven by heart and a resolve to make a run for the ages.
This will be epic!
The NASCAR playoffs continue at Talladega, live on NBC and Peacock.
Skyview 9 with twice the power to help discover breaking news. Experience more and know more. 2 drones, 1 great news team, unlimited reach. News 9 and Skyview 9 take you everywhere. Sponsored by WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center.
The Backstreet Boys' AJ McLean has so much to celebrate.
Tell us about your solo EP.
It's a journey of self-discovery and really finding my true happiness.
Plus, a true survivor.
You're a walking miracle.
On J-Hud.
Monday at 3 on WTOV 9.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
At Rig Financial, your goals are our mission. From college savings to retirement, we build strategies tailored just for you. Rig Financial, personalized planning, out-of-the-box thinking. Your future, our focus.
The Bordas Bordas Friday Night Rivals is sponsored by Presley Hearing Center, West Virginia Northern Community College, Laborers Local 809, Trinity Health Systems, American Consolidated Natural Resources, and Ohio Valley Honda.
Crowned at halftime, the 2025 homecoming king and queen at John Marshall High School. Congratulations to Zach Wells and Gracie Harmon, the 2025 homecoming king and queen at John Marshall High School. We're set for the third quarter of action here inside Monarch Stadium. Jack Hillgrove and Tony Filberto on hand. It's 21-7 at the half in favor of the home squad. To a one-possession ball game as the third quarter gets underway.
They came out in the first drive in that heavy backfield, 3 backs in the backfield, and were very effective. They caught a penalty, so they weren't able to get down and score. But I expect them to come out this series, do a similar thing, get himself back in this football game, make it a one-score game.
A pair of passing touchdowns for Caden Knapp in this one. The first one to Xavier Wells, and the second one to Kane Martin. A big-time gainer for Wells set up Dalton Cooper's 3-yard rushing touchdown to close the second quarter. Brooks' lone score is a Corey Maynard 3-yard touchdown run set up by a Grant Yost 43-yard reception. It's Brooke football to start the third quarter. They had a surprise onside kick to start the game and got the ball to start the game. And I'll get the ball to start the third quarter as well. The kickoff from Landon McCabe will roll inside the 10-yard line, taken by Michael Gibson at the 15-20. Shake and bake 25, through a hole at the 30-35. Gibson at the 40, into the open field, 45 midfield. Michael Gibson to the far side, deep into John Marshall territory at the 30. 25, Gibson out of bounds. What a kick return to start the third quarter for the Brooke Bruins. Michael Gibson, no penalty markers. What a play as we start this third period.
You're going to see the replay here. He cut back, got some great blocks, stumbled, caught himself right against the grain, and that's how you beat this thing. And John Marshall, even with the angles, had a hard time catching him.
Number 28, 1st and 10 for the Bruins. Ball at the John Marshall
69-yard kick return for Michael Gibson.
That's what Brooke needed, a little spark here.
At the John Marshall 21-yard line, Ty Sperringer into the open field. Ty Sperringer to the outside 15. Sperringer 10, 5. Ty Sperringer. Touchdown Bruins. And just like that, it's a one-possession game.
Right. Big play, direct snap to the quarterback, send those blockers in front of him, hit the C gap, the off tackle hole, and bent it outside and outran everyone to the end zone.
Another look at it on the team automotive replay.
Good blocking in front of him.
A 60-plus yard kick return and a 21-yard rushing touchdown. Exclamation point, exclamation point. Brooke trails it by 8, and now they trail it by just 7. A Rocco Sacripanti extra point makes it 21-14 with 11:32 to go in the third.
All right, listen up. This fall, game days shine brighter with Next Gen TV. It's a powerful way to watch live local football games. Catch every play in jaw-dropping detail. With premium sound that hits harder than a safety blitz. Get big kickoff energy with a stress-free, simple setup. Just plug in a small modern antenna and boom, your TV's got game. Watch your local games for free this season with Next Gen TV. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
You already know us for our top-tier windows, but what about our advanced gutter systems? With our Double Pro gutter filtration, 2 layers of industrial-grade aluminum keeps debris out of your gutters and drives rainwater away from your home. Plus, our continuous hanger technology reinforces your entire gutter system for maximum strength and drainage. And we'll install it all in as little as 1 day. Why wait for the next storm to get gutters that perform? Not only do we stand behind our gutters, we hang on them.
A one-play, 21-yard drive in just 13 seconds. Ty Sperringer's rushing touchdown cuts to 7. Set up by a stellar kick return of 69 yards for Michael Gibson. Shed some tackles, broke it out into the open field, paved the way with some great blocking on special teams as well. Sperringer's 21-yard touchdown makes it a 7-point game. Coach Frank Sassini told me earlier in the week, because of how great they've been on special teams early in the season, they've been trying to ride that momentum, and a good special teams play puts them right back in it.
Well, they've had 2 tonight. They had the onside kick to
yes,
start the game.
How could I forget?
And the return here, so they're winning the special team battle right now.
Sacriponte, a little pooch kick that's going to be taken at the 20-yard line. It actually stops, and John Marshall has to fall on it. And again with the special teams, Sacriponte putting it on the surface forces Landon Snyder to fall on it to be it safe. And it'll be 1st and 10, John Marshall at their own 24 now as they look to combat a couple of explosive plays from the Bruins.
John Marshall's had a lot of success throwing the slip route, the out route. Let's see what adjustments Brooke has made at halftime to counter that route.
A lot of empty set in the first half for the Monarchs as well. They come out first play third quarter with 3 receivers near side, 2 far side. Caden Knapp is the senior quarterback for the Monarchs. He takes the snap, looking near side, throws one up. What a catch! Across the 35-yard line, leaping up into the sky is Landon Snyder and hauling it in for a first down gain for the Monarchs.
Again, a similar thing, but they were in a bubble and then a corner route and got behind the defender. The safety couldn't get over to cover.
It's a gain of 12 yards and a First Choice America first down for the Monarchs. 3-by-2 again for the home squad. In motion goes Martin from near side to far side. Quarterback draw with some space, Caden Knapp. And out of bounds across the 45-yard line goes the senior signal caller. So they tuck it and run it with the quarterback and get a good gain on a First Choice America first down.
Yeah, it looks like he's just inches away from first down marker.
Gain of 9.
Second and 1 for the Monarchs up to the 45-yard line. Knapp, a 9.5-yard gain. Ball placed left hash at the 45-yard line. Knapp, again, with 1,100 passing yards coming into the night, 14 touchdowns to 8 interceptions, 62 rushing yards and a rushing score as well. Play clock down to 5, down to 4. Knapp barks out signals to the offensive line, takes the snap, throws the screen near rather far side, and the ball's on the floor. The ball's on the surface, and the Bruins look like they have it, and they do. Ty Sperringer with a fumble recovery, and everything has gone right for the Bruins to start this third quarter.
They sure have. They threw the quick bubble screen, which is a nice call. He gets a first down, but you got a good hit. He's protecting the football. He just got it stripped out. Ty Sperringer stripped it out and recovered it himself.
Grant Yost flying in there and forcing the fumble, his first forced fumble of the season. Ty Sperringer with the recovery, his second fumble recovery of the 2025 campaign. And the quarterback for Brooke recovers the fumble. He takes over with his offense. 10:47 left third quarter at the John Marshall 48th. Run play goes nowhere. Gibson, the ball carrier, tackled on the play by Reed Hamrick. His 4th tackle of the season. Cooper involved in the stop as well. No gain, second and 10.
It looks like John Marshall has brought their defense a little closer to the perimeter. They were bunched in over the centers and guards before, and now they've widened a little bit because Brooke's been running the off-tackle play.
A 69-yard kick return to start the third quarter by Michael Gibson. A 21-yard rushing touchdown for Ty Sperringer, who's going to run it here. He also had a fumble recovery. Brooke with all the momentum to start this third quarter, but runs out of bounds near midfield and is actually going to lose 3 yards. And this John Marshall defense, Hayden Fordyce forced them out. Comes up with 2 big plays here to bring up a 3rd and 13. Sperringer ran out of bounds, so the clock stops with 10:01 left third quarter. 3rd down and 13. Drum and Yost with the receivers far side. Ethan Fisher in the ball game, and Crosby Morris to the near side. Sperringer will throw it near side. Passes low, but caught by Morris at the 40-yard line. Going to potentially be, no, it was incomplete. I apologize. Pass came near side. I didn't see it hit the turf. So the pass too short for Morris. Wells in coverage. We'll take a look at it here on the Team Automotive replay. Yeah.
It was close.
It was very close. Didn't see Morris argue. I guess the ball did hit the surface. Yost is going to punt it away end over end. A good kick, a line drive taken at the 15-yard line by Snyder. Spins out of one tackle, and there he goes at the 20. Landon Snyder broke another tackle. Broke a third one, and then finally met by 4 Bruins across the 25 to the 26-yard line far side. So John Marshall with a defensive stop, up 7, takes over 9:44 third quarter.
It's great to have that kick returner back there. He's going to field the ball and then get as much as he can out of it. You never want to let that ball hit the ground.
Scoring updates: Monroe Central 28, Cameron 0.
Snyder's return goes to the 27-yard line, far side hash. First choice America, first down and 10 for the Monarchs, up by 7.
Monarchs seated first and 10.
Forward pass to the man in motion, Martin, shake and bake, up the middle of the field, across the 35 to the 36-yard line for a gain of about 8. Second down and short coming up for the Monarchs. We've seen that play with Martin a bunch as well. And I'll tell you what, for not having Dalton Cooper available to them offensively, with the exception of the 1-yard rushing touchdown, Mark Caesar has manufactured ways to simulate or emulate run plays.
He sure has so much creativity. He reminds me of his father as a coach. Did what he had with the people that he has.
Of course, Dave Caesar, the longtime football and baseball coach at Magnolia. Over 1,100 combined coaching wins between football and baseball, the most ever. Penalty marker flies.
We got a face mask, definitely.
Martin is tackled. Is it a face mask or a horse collar?
I think it was a face mask.
On the stump.
Both are personal fouls.
Right.
Butch Minkemeyer, our official. It is a face mask. I wasn't sure if that he got whipped around from the front or from behind.
Yeah, I could actually see it happen the angle I had. He grabbed the face mask. Not intentionally, I don't think. Sometimes you're just reaching and that's what ends up in your hand.
It's an automatic first down for the Monarchs, and it goes 15 yards into Brooke territory at the 49-yard line. A first choice America first and 10. Yeah, Dave Caesar, 893 baseball wins in 48 years. 9 OVAC titles. Toss play far side. Martin. Kane Martin, first down and more. Stays in bounds and is brought down near that far sideline. Tackled on the play by Yost. Kane Martin, the 5'8", 155-pound senior. This will be in the stat sheet as a run play, toss play far side, and he, when you get him in space, can be very shifty.
Right. Yeah, you get those athletes out there one-on-one. They're pretty hard to bring down.
Gain of 18 for Kane Martin on the run play to the Brooke 31-yard line. John Marshall up by 7. They led it by 2 possessions at halftime, looking to regain that 2-possession lead. This will be a run play. Martin gets positive yardage inside the 30 before being brought down by Connor Ray. 6', 230-pound senior, his 10th tackle of the year. Gain of 4 to the 27.
On the stop for the Bruins.
That's one of the few inside runs we've seen from John Marshall tonight. We've seen a couple direct snaps to the quarterback where he went forward, but that's one of the few where he's handed to the running back.
Martin in the slot to the far side of the field, and now comes in motion. And they'll pitch it to him forward. Sheds 1 tackle. Martin up the middle. Martin changing, spinning, and fighting his way inside the 20 down to about the 19-yard line for the Monarchs.
He's pretty good with the ball in his hand.
You think?
He is shifty. Watch him change direction. He gets that little bit of depth to avoid the first tackler, sees congestion, cuts it back, breaks a couple of tackles. Watch, and he's protecting the football the whole time.
It's a first down, needed 6, got 8 to the 19-yard line, and the Monarchs enter the West Virginia Northern Community College red zone. Pass far side, out of the reach of Landon Snyder, the intended receiver. Corey Maynard in coverage. Stops the clock at 6:59 to go third quarter.
Ethan Fisher on the coverage.
Second down and 10 for John Marshall. Their 7th play of the drive coming up.
that was one of the few balls that he's thrown this evening that's been off the mark. He just underthrew him, but we haven't seen that many times tonight.
Jacob Thames, wide receiver, comes into the ball game, delivers the play to Caden Knapp. Thames, number 8, wide to the bottom of your screen. Shotgun formation for Knapp. Toss play into Martin's hands. Martin at the 15. Martin stays in bounds and then is finally pushed out by a couple of Bruins, including number 16, Blake Bennett, Junior's cornerback, with 14 tackles coming into the night. Gain of 2 to about the 17-yard line. Third down and 8 coming up for John Marshall. It's a big play defensively for the Bruins.
Yeah, definitely 4-down territory. We'll see what Coach Caesar's decided to do at this point. Do you try to get 4 and then another 4 and move the sticks? You get it all at one time. But we saw him earlier go to the end zone when he needed 10 yards.
Right around the same spot of the field as well. Third down and 8 from the 17. Empty. Knapp takes the snap, steps up, takes off and runs. Caden Knapp comes to the near side of the field and is tackled for a first down to the Brooke 5-yard line. Knapp gets the Monarchs a new set of sticks. It'll be first down and goal from the 5, and we've seen him do that a couple of times as well.
Brooke's playing a lot of coverage, so you don't have a lot of pass rushers. You got to leave somebody there responsible for the quarterback so he doesn't run the football.
Got 12 on 3rd and 8, first down and goal from the 5. 9th play of the drive. And Dalton Cooper into the game now at first and goal from the 5-yard line. We'll see if they give it to their big back at 6'2", 210. They do. Cooper, and he's met immediately by Grant Yost. Coming in to wrap up the play as well for the Bruins is William Scott.
Grant Yost.
Got 1, second and goal now from the 4.
For the Bruins.
Again, Dalton Cooper, the leading rusher for John Marshall this season, over 500 yards and 5 touchdowns on the ground this year. We were told by Mark Caesar before the game, dealing with a little bit of an injury and would not be made available for the duration of the game on offense. But we see him in there on a goal-to-go situation again. He had a 1-yard rushing touchdown in the first half as well. Got 1 on the last play. It's second and goal from the 4. Fordyce also in there. Knapp's going to throw it. End zone. Touchdown, John Marshall. Xavier Wells into the end zone yet again for a Laborers Local 809 touchdown. This one of 4 yards, and it's 27-14, John Marshall.
Just a little half roll, and just one-on-one. They're playing man coverage, and I think the defenders kind of picked each other and left the receiver wide open.
Caden Thoma and another Brooke defensive back collided on the play. It allowed Wells to free up for another Laborers Local 809 receiving touchdown. It's 27-14, John Marshall with 5:31 remaining in the third quarter as Reed Hamrick tries the extra point. And before he does it, a couple of penalty markers fly. It's going to be against the Bruins. An encroachment penalty against Brooke will make the point after try just a little bit easier. Maybe not even at all.
No, I don't think they're going to move it up. They're going to kick. They want to leave it back where it was.
Braden Storm snaps. Caden Knapp holds. Reed Hamrick kicks, and it all works. 28-14. John Marshall back with a 2-possession lead with 5:31 remaining in the third quarter.
My name is Mike Scheel, and I'm an orthopedic surgeon with WVU Medicine at Reynolds Memorial Hospital. So we have a unique opportunity here at Reynolds to work with the ROSA surgical robot. The results have been amazing. We can really predict what your alignment is going to be, what your tracking is going to be, what your range of motion is going to look like before we ever cut you. The results for patients have been outstanding.
WTOV 9 and the Health Plan want to help you navigate your health at the Wellness Exhibition.
From 9 to 3 p.m., stop at the Highland Sports Complex, check out our vendors, and free health screenings.
Join us November 7th at the Wellness Exhibition.
The Wheeling Symphony Orchestra is excited to announce our 96th season, The Place I Belong.
WTOV 9 proudly supports these talented musicians.
Join us this season for a variety of musical experiences.
Painted on the Sky, October 25th.
Scan the QR code for more.
10 plays, 73 yards. 4 minutes and 13 seconds off the clock. Xavier Wells, his second touchdown of the day. He had the first score, and he had the latest score. 28-14, John Marshall on top as Brooke. Despite being down 2 possessions again, Tony Filberto, they started this third quarter with all kinds of momentum.
They sure did.
Big-time kick return. The last time they had to do this, 69 yards, and they scored very quickly and then had a fumble recovery.
Right. I don't think Brooke will panic here. They know they're still in the football game. You know, they'll stay with their game plan. Of course, they got the great kick returner here.
And Gibson lets it get to the 5-yard line and will elect to return it across the 20, comes near side and is tackled out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. So John Marshall able to contain Gibson this time. The last time he did it, he returned it 69 yards to the John Marshall 21. Ty Sperringer had a 21-yard rushing touchdown on the very next play to make it 28-21, or rather 21-14. John Marshall able to bring it back with a 2-possession lead after the Wells receiving touchdown.
25-yard line.
They actually gave Gibson forward progress on the return to the 25-yard line. 5:23 remaining in the third quarter. The first choice America, first down and 10. This little nifty move by Sperringer to avoid a couple of tacklers, and then Landon Snyder tackles him near the line of scrimmage. Actually a gain of about 2 for the senior quarterback for Brooke.
Right. It's a play that's been good to him. Matter of fact, I think it's a play they ran the touchdown on. They flashed a back cross, and he runs a counter back short side of the field.
Call a gain of 2, 7 down to 8.
They give Sperringer 2 yards, second down and 8. This is Corey Maynard now, and John Marshall is all over it in the backfield. Flying through there and making the stop is J.T. Morris, his 7th TFL of the season. And a good reminder after that play, that after the game, the school bus stop of the game in our post-game breakdown. The Bordas Bordas Friday Night Rival school bus stop of the game. Our best defensive highlight of the night will be featured, so be sure to stay tuned for the school bus stop of the game. Loss of 3 back to the 24 as Morris flies through there for his 3rd TFL. 7th tackle for loss of the season. The 6', 195-pound junior defensive end. 3rd down and 11. Sperringer will throw it, and he'll throw it deep down the far side. Almost made a one-handed interception, and the penalty marker flies at the end of the play, as that one was over a lot of heads. In coverage there for the Monarchs is the backup safety, Brody Thomas, getting the start for Jacob Caesar. And it looks like it's going to be pass interference against Thomas and the Monarchs. 15 yards for Brooke and a first down. Again, in high school football, there is no such thing as an uncatchable pass.
That's correct.
So if there's contact down the field and the ball's 50 yards over everybody's head, pass interference can still be called. And it'll be, again, 15 yards and a new set of sticks for the Bruins up to the 39-yard line.
It was a little bit of life that they needed. You know, they were 3rd and 11, and you know, in a punting situation, get the penalty and start all over again now.
It's the Joe Flacco special. Chuck it 50 yards down the field and hope you get a call. Hopefully that didn't trigger any sad feelings for any Steelers fans that watched last night's game. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Corey Maynard on the carry for the Bruins. Bounces it outside to the 45-50. Maynard into the open field and into John Marshall territory. Out of bounds at the 25. Did he get that deep to the 25-yard line?
No.
Well, it's not going to matter. It's a hold against Brooke. A flag on the play is going to back this thing up anyway. So Brooke benefits from a 15-yard pass interference call to give them a new set of sticks. And on the very next play, a holding penalty is going to back things up to the 42-yard line.
So make it about a 1st and 7.
First and 6.
Yeah.
1st and 6, 7.
Ball now to 43.
To the 43-yard line. This will be a run play. Shifty move by Maynard up towards midfield, and he'll have enough for a first down. And another penalty marker flies. Is this against the Bruins again? It is. It's another holding penalty. Signals Butch Minkemeyer. Back-to-back holding calls. And when you're a coach, obviously, you want to play a pretty clean game. And I think both teams have done a good job of doing so to this point. And now Brooks just kind of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit.
Right. Yeah, we've had 3 penalties in the last 3 plays, interference and 2 holdings. This is where you don't want to play where you're chasing the sticks. You're behind the sticks when it's first and what is going to be 16 now. That's a lot of yardage to make up.
Yep, that foul occurred at the line of scrimmage, so it is 1st and 16 from the 33. Clock winds, 3:03 to go third quarter. They're going to throw it now. Sparinger's got to roll out near side. Directing traffic, throws, and the pass is incomplete. Fordyce and Wells in coverage. He tried to hit number 88, Crosby. Morris brings up 2nd down and 16.
Xavier Wells on the coverage. 2nd down and 16.
John Marshall sniffing out the screen pass. Brooke did a good job of doing that in the first half against John Marshall. Now John Marshall returning the favor on Corey Maynard as Reed Hamrick flies through there for the stop.
I thought he read it well. Puts Brooke in the 3rd and 12, 3rd and whatever, 3rd and 13. Tough situation to be in.
Call it 3rd and 12 to the 37-yard line. 2:17 to go. Again, 3 receivers to the near side of the field for the Bruins. Sparinger will throw it. He's got time. And now he's going to kick it out and run it. And has to throw it out of bounds. Incomplete. John Marshall doing a great job downfield in coverage. And it brings up 4th down and long for the Bruins. Down 2 scores, and it looks like they'll punt the football away.
It's still early. You got to kick at this point. Let your team come out and play defense, get the ball back, and get your points in. I don't think you can panic at this point.
2 holding penalties back-to-back for the Bruins on this drive. Bring it to a halt. 4th down and 12 from the 37-yard line as Grant Yost will punt it away. Landon Snyder back to return it for the Monarchs. Almost getting in there and blocking it is number 23 for John Marshall. And this one's going to have to be fallen on by Hayden Fordyce. Great job there by J.T. Morris to fly through there and almost block the punt.
I think it touched maybe one of the Brooke players, so they're going to call it first touching. It appeared that way anyhow. Let's see what the official thinks.
Down the Bruin punt.
I think you're right.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Because Fordyce didn't down the ball until inside the 40-yard line. They're going to place it at the 44-yard line.
It came off of one of the Brooke players, which is first touching. First touching means you take the ball there, or if you try to return it and good thing happens, you can take that. Bad things happen, take the ball where it was touched.
That's what John Marshall will do at the 44-yard line. So good field position as they look for a 3-possession lead. They pitch it forward to Martin, and Martin, shifty move into Brooke territory down to the 47-yard line. Seems like he's getting better as the game goes on with the ball in his hands.
We're having instant replay. We're seeing that same play with that same move where he cuts it back inside and makes that cut and gets about 8-9 yards.
About 9 there to the 47. 2nd down and short. 2nd down and 1 for John Marshall. The Monarch center is sophomore Gavin Myers. He stands over the football. Caden Knapp in the shotgun with Martin to his right. They're going to hand it off to Kane Martin. Another shake and bake. 1st down for Martin. Somebody's dragging his jersey. It doesn't matter. He spins out of it, and he's finally brought down at the 40-yard line at the numbers far side. Tackled by Connor Ray. Gain of 7. 1st and 10. 1 minute left in this third quarter.
He didn't have the size like Dalton Cooper back there, but he's making up the difference with his shiftiness, with his speed, with the run game. They're utilizing him. I think Coach Caesar's doing an outstanding job utilizing the people he has on the field.
And as Cooper becomes healthy and becomes more available for John Marshall as the regular season comes to a close, if you're Mark Caesar, you think that maybe Martin provides a change of pace at the running back position from Dalton Cooper. He comes near side again at the 35 and uses some power and gets inside the 30-yard line. To heck with the change of pace. Kane Martin displaying some power and laying the boom and getting a couple of extra yards down to the 25-yard line, but there is a penalty marker back at the 40-yard line. Another look at it here on the Team Automotive replays. This
He gets his shoulders turned, though, and he's going to dip it and go. Ooh, that could have been a face mask also.
The infraction is against John Marshall. It is a holding call. And we'll repeat first down. It'll be first down and 20 back at the 49-yard line. Ball placed at the far side hash, and the clock will run. 3 holding penalties in the last couple minutes.
It'll be first and 20.
As this third quarter comes to a close, we'll see if John Marshall runs a play. Caden Knapp looks like he's telling everybody to hold their horses, and it looks like they will. The third quarter has come to a close. The final 12 minutes coming your way when we return on the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. It's 28-14 in favor of the Monarchs.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
Under the lights, the energy, the excitement, the heart-pounding action. It's more than just a game. It's high school football at its finest. Every Friday, Sports Friday brings you the highlights, the scores, and the moments that make this season unforgettable. Find everything you need to know about Ohio Valley football. Catch the best plays, the top athletes, and check scores live on the WTOV 9 app. Watch every Friday and stay in the game with Sports Friday. Sponsored by WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
This fall, wrap yourself up in the season with cozy cabins and lodges nestled in 36 parks of ever-changing West Virginia forest colors. Come catch it while you can at wvstateparks.com.
Country roads, take me home.
We've got your flannel forecast, your pumpkin patch forecast,
and your hot apple cider forecast.
Weather experts have all the forecasts you want. But when the weather turns scary,
we still have the forecasts you need so you can make the best of the weather.
Stream News 9 and Weather Live and download the WTOV 9 app to stay connected.
Enjoy the season. Severe Weather Team 9 experts are everywhere.
The Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals is sponsored by RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local 495, Window World, M&M Hardware, D&J Sales and Service.
We're set for the final 12 minutes of play here in Moundsville. John Marshall clinging to a 28-14 lead. They have first and 20 at their own 49. Pass caught from Knapp to Snyder, who spins out of a tackle and dives inside the 40-yard line to get back inside the original line of scrimmage.
Penalty flag came in late.
We have a flag on the play. Elijah Lanigan on the stop for the Bruins.
Wait and see if this is against the Bruins. It looks like it is. This is a personal foul at the conclusion of the play. It is. So a couple of penalties against John Marshall to back them up, and now they catch a break. It'll be 15 yards at the end of the play, and it should be enough for a first down. And it is, signals Butch Minkemeyer. To the 24-yard line. A First Choice America first down and 10.
First and 10 for the Monarchs. Ball at the Bruin, 24.
John Marshall looking for a 3-possession lead. It would be their largest of the ball game. Martin on the carry, met quickly by a couple of Bruins. Crosby Morris, the first man to hit him.
Elijah
And it looks like they'll give him 2 to the 22-yard line. 2nd and 8.
The ball at the 22 at the 11-10 mark.
Looks like Coach Hughes says, okay, we got a 2-score lead. We're into the fourth quarter now. We're in 4-down territory. Let's just, the clock's our friend. Let's see what we can do with it.
Empty set. 3 receivers to the far side of the field, 2 to the near side. They're going to pitch it. This time it's Xavier Wells on the pitch play. Forward pass inside the 15. Down to the 11-yard line goes Wells for a new set of sticks. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 11.
Caden Thoma on the stop. 1st and 10 for the Monarchs.
We saw Kane Martin featured heavily on this play. This time it's Xavier Wells, and after the play, an injured Monarch at the far side of the field. This is something that John Marshall and head coach Mark Caesar unfortunately has dealt with all season long. They've been banged up both on offense and defense, up front and in the skill department. But prior to the game, Mark Caesar telling me he can't remember a season that he's had, whether it's been here or previously in the late 2000s to early 2010s at Union Local when he was the head coach there. Can't remember a season where he's been this injury-ridden. It was Xavier Wells who was banged up on the play, but he pops up under his own power, and it looks like he is okay.
And golf star Bear Price.
There's the DJ Sales and Service fan cam, a packed house here inside Monarch Stadium tonight. Homecoming at John Marshall High School. Again, a congratulations to the homecoming king and queen here at John Marshall High School for 2025, Zach Wells and Gracie Harmon. A pink theme in the student section as well.
Back here live, 1st and 10, ball at the 11.
So after the Wells 11-yard reception, 1st and 10 from the 11. This time it's Martin who hesitates and takes on the Jets. 10, Martin 5, Kane Martin, touchdown John Marshall. 10:25 to go in the contest. Martin is into the end zone from 11 yards out.
There's a flag at the end of the game, but it looks like it's going to be a horse collar tackle to me.
And they signal touchdown.
Yeah, but there is a flag, but I think it's going to be against Brooke. It's going to be a horse collar.
Yep, Butch Minkemeyer kind of signaling it as well. We'll take a look at it here on the Team Automotive replay. Usually these are pretty cut and dry. It's a great run by Martin who bounces it to the outside. And there is the horse collar. It's Memphis McCoy coming in there and making the tackle. End of the play. Touchdown will stand. And it's 34-14. John Marshall up by 20. Hamrick's extra point try is up, and it is through, and it's a 21-point advantage for the John Marshall Monarchs with 10:25 to go. We'll step aside here on Charge and across the WTOV 9 digital platforms.
They're your neighbor, coworker, or significant other, quietly inspiring, coaching, and lending a helping hand. News 9's Hannah's Heroes. These heroes deserve to be recognized, and I get to tell you about them. Scan the QR code on your screen to nominate special individuals making a big difference in our community. And then be sure to watch News 9 Wednesdays at 5 and 10 p.m. to see Hannah's Hero of the Week.
Sponsored by Trinity Health System.
At American Consolidated Natural Resources, every team member plays a vital role in our operation. We are a company where leadership listens, hard work is recognized, and career growth is part of the plan. You're not just starting a job, you're building a future that helps power communities across the nation. With strong pay, top-tier benefits, and long-term security backed by decades of reserves. Apply online today, and let's get to work.
7 plays, 56 yards in 3 minutes and 19 seconds off the clock as John Marshall strikes it again. Kane Martin, an 11-yard touchdown, makes it 35-14. John Marshall and Brooke for the 57th time.
John Marshall will kick off from Brooks 45, so the horse collar penalty was added on at the kickoff.
Yep. And you can elect to, technically you can elect to enforce that on the extra point try, but that doesn't do you any good. Giving you 15 yards, and yeah, that's going to be a touchback for Reed Hamrick into the end zone. That's the first touchback of the season for number 84. So the horse collar at the end of the play gives John Marshall that opportunity.
And if you remember, Brooke returned one of the kicks almost 70 yards. Next play, they score. So now they're forcing Brooke to start at their own 20.
With 10:25 to go. Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, I think it is.
Because that, like you had mentioned, if that doesn't happen and Hamrick keeps it in the field of play, that gives Michael Gibson a chance to do what he did again, which was a 70-yard kick return. So instead it's a touchback, and instead Brooke takes over at its own 20-yard line, first down and 10, a First Choice America first down and 10. Shotgun formation. Sperringer takes the snap. He's going to keep it off the edge. Making the tackle is Reed Hamrick, who booted through that extra point, had the touchback, and has a TFL to start this drive. A loss of 4 back to the 16.
Yeah, on the replay here, it's just that outside stretch play, direct snap to the quarterback, and just couldn't get to the perimeter block. Nice defensive play.
First TFL of the season for the sophomore outside backer, Reed Hamrick. They're going to throw it on 2nd and 14. Pass caught by Brody Drum across the 20 to about the Brooke 22-yard line to get 6 of it back. Brings up a third down. Actually, they're going to say to the 23-yard line, so it'll be third down and 7. Fordyce on the stop for the Monarchs. 9:27 to go.
3rd and 7.
It's Drum's second reception of the night.
Ball to Bruin 23.
Goes 7 yards, and it cuts the down and distance in half. 3rd down and 7. Shotgun. Sperringer will throw it. And he's got to throw it away. Again, John Marshall doing a great job downfield in coverage. Nobody open for Sperringer to throw it to. He's got to throw it away, incomplete. Brings up 4th and 7, and you got to go for it here, correct?
You got to go for it. You're down 3 scores, 9 minutes on the clock.
Sperringer's pass falls incomplete.
And I don't think they're going to, Coach.
No, I think they're going to kick it.
Morris, Brody, Thomas.
Frank Cicini electing to punt it away with Brody Drum.
4th down.
And it'll be Yost, who stands at his own 10-yard line to our right. And Landon Snyder will back it up now to about midfield. And this kick will travel past midfield. Snyder's going to let it bounce. And it'll take a Brooke bounce inside the 35-yard line, and that is where they down it at about the 32, 31-yard line, far side of the field. Memphis McCoy downs the ball, and John Marshall, rather.
Okay, for John Marshall now, points, you always want to get points, but first downs are very important. If you can keep possession of the ball, keep that clock moving, keep that run game going, you're already up 3 scores. Keep the ball away from Brooke High School.
It'll be down at the 32-yard line. John Marshall trailing the all-time series to Brooke 15-41. Brooke with a 41-15 advantage all-time. This is the 57th meeting between these two schools. Last year, Brooke won 33-6. In 2023, they won 49-23. So John Marshall trying for its first win in this series in a couple of years. In fact, from 2017 to 2022, John Marshall won in each of those games. So 6 of their 15 victories all time against the Bruins came 6 years in a row from 2017 to 2022.
Yeah, John Marshall hit that spurt where they were pretty good there, and he made those runs against the Bruins.
Mark Caesar's first year as head coach was 2022. That was the last win that John Marshall had in this series. Play action fake on 2nd and 10. Good job there in coverage on Wells by Michael Gibson. Forces a 3rd down and 10. It's a good throw over the middle, but a better job in coverage there by number 21.
Right. Yeah, he did get inside leverage on the defender, and the defender did a nice job coming over top, batting it away.
Another look at it here. Play action fake. It's without the laces, too.
Right.
It's Tyler Clemens in motion for John Marshall. He's going to line up on the far side of the field at the top of your screen. That's number 11. Play action fake on 3rd and 10. Knapp's going to throw it deep. He's got Wells. Xavier Wells, incomplete. It was just short of him. He had a chance to catch it on a dead run and go. Gibson in coverage yet again, but Wells was able to get behind that secondary. He's got a burst of speed back there.
He does. It's a long time for that ball to be in the air, so it's a pretty good throw. Just didn't hang on.
4th down and 10. The clock stops at 8:07, so it looks like Brooke gets another chance here with some time left, down 3 possessions. Both teams holding on to all 3 of their timeouts in this second half. Hamrick will punt. Yost will return. A line drive kick over the head of Grant Yost, and there it goes. It takes a big-time JM bounce inside the 20, and it'll roll to about the 16-yard line before being downed by Braden Storm.
Yeah, that's why you always want to field that kick. They got an extra 15, 20 yards there out of the roll.
At the 16-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 for Brooke.
With 7:55 remaining, Brooke takes over at its own 16-yard line. Down 35-14. Lots of offense since that first quarter of play, in which it ended 7-7. This game started with Xavier Wells, a 25-yard passing touchdown from Caden Knapp. Brooke tied it with a Corey Maynard 3-yard run. And then Kane Martin had a 17-yard touchdown reception, 14-7. Dalton Cooper, a 1-yard touchdown run, 21-7 at the half. And a penalty marker on the play. No, a timeout.
No, he called timeout. Brooke called the timeout.
Ty Sperringer, a 21-yard touchdown, made it 21-14. Brooke trailed it by 7, and then it's been 2 unanswered since that point. Let's take a Trinity Health System timeout.
Got a good thing going on. Got a good thing going on.
And we're back inside Monarch Stadium, Moundsville, West Virginia, the site of tonight's Bordas and Bordas Friday night rivals tilt between 2 rivals, Brooke and John Marshall, meeting for the 57th time. John Marshall on its way to its first win in this series since 2022. 1st down and 10 from their own 16. Ty Sperringer will throw. Ethan Fisher will catch across the 20. Try to make a man miss, but Reed Hamrick doing a good job in coverage. Comes up with the stop, and it'll be about a gain of 5 and make it 2nd and 5.
Okay, Brooke has to show some urgency now. 7:30 on the clock, down 3 scores. They're going no huddle. They're calling it from the wristband.
No huddle indeed, as Ty Sperringer directs traffic. Ethan Fisher, that's his 9th reception of the season. The senior coming in with 68 receiving yards and a touchdown. 2nd and 5. Sperringer's got to roll it yet again. He's going to throw it deep down the far side of the field. Fisher was there. The ball was just thrown out of bounds. Wells in coverage. It stops the clock at 7:12, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, I think, you got to say we have 2 shots at the sticks because we're not going to punt the football. We're down 3 scores with 7 minutes on the clock.
3rd down and 5 after the incompletion. Wells in coverage deep down the field.
Road Central 28, Cameron 6.
On Fisher. Another throw from Sperringer. This time the pass is caught for a 1st down across the 30. Coming up and making the catch is Brody Drum as Snyder makes the stop. And Brooke quickly to the line. Again, they utilize the timeout. They only have 2 remaining. Clock stops momentarily with the 1st down at 7:04. And the clock now continues to wind. It's a gain of 13 to the 34-yard line. Sperringer to Drum. The Bruins go no huddle. Pass. Fisher caught across the 40 into about the 42-yard line before Thomas comes up with the stop.
You know, they're in their 2-minute offense, their speed offense. They're calling it from the band. If you see, they're going to put 3 receivers to the wide side of the field always and run their plays from there.
Fisher's second reception of the drive, 2nd down and 2 from the 42. Sperringer redeploys Maynard from his left to his right. They fake the handoff. Sperringer will keep, and he's brought down shy of that lead stick. A great job as a penalty marker flies at the end of the play. John Marshall getting in and making the stop. Reed Hamrick, and it looks like Ty Sperringer is shaken up on the play. He gets brought to his feet by the help of some teammates, but slowly. Again, the penalty marker flew at the end of the play. It's going to be an automatic first down. This would be a personal foul, I guess, at the end of the play by the home squad. Couple of those in this game.
There have been. Okay, now, you know, Brooke's got to get ready to go as soon as the stakes are set.
6:22 remains here on homecoming night.
Goes from the Brooke 45 to the John Marshall 40. $6:10 to go. Sperringer to Yost, who almost spun out of a tackle, did everything he could to get some extra yardage, but Kane Martin wasn't letting go. The completion goes 6 yards.
On the stop for the Monarchs.
Clock stops at 5:54. Somebody call a timeout.
Looks like a conversation on the sideline, coaches and officials. Not sure what's going on here.
And now the clock winds. Not sure what the conversation was. 2nd and 4 now at the 34, gain of 6. On the reception from Grant Yost. Zone read. Sperringer will keep, and Hayden Fordyce charges through there and makes the stop for no gain, maybe a loss on the play.
Stop for the Monarchs.
He's flashed across, pulled both linemen, just caught it from behind.
In the 4th. Ball to John Marshall.
Actually, Sperringer gets 2 yards, 3rd down and 2 now at the 32. 5:15 to go. Sperringer rolls, throws, far side, one-on-one. Crosby Morris just jumped too early. It was there, and downfield and coverage, Snyder, Wells.
Falls incomplete.
Yeah, that was a well-thrown ball.
And Brody Thomas, and Crosby Morris just jumped the tag too early, didn't time it correctly. 4th down and 2.
On the coverage.
Okay, it's imperative. Brooke says, okay, we got to have a 3-yard play right now. We got to move the stick, start all over.
Fourth and 2. Shotgun snap for Sperringer. He throws. Pass caught by Morris. Throw was behind him, but Morris was able to come down with it, and that'll be enough for a new set of sticks to the John Marshall 24-yard line. Needed 2, got 8.
First down for the Bruins.
First choice America, first down and 10.
Marshall 24.
This will be the 10th play of the drive for the Bruins as they go quickly to the line. 3 receivers to the near side of the field, 1 towards the top of your screen. Ty Sperringer keeps it and has nowhere to go. Dalton Cooper, Mason Markinich flying in there for the stop on the play. A good display of sportsmanship at the end of the play, helping Sperringer to his feet.
There's a puller in front of it, and Dalton Cooper there did a nice job getting off the blocker.
Loss of 1. Cooper, the team leader in tackles for loss this season, 10 of them coming into this contest. 2nd and 11. Pass is intercepted. Sperringer's pass is picked off over the middle of the field, and running with the football for the Monarchs is number 24, Cannon Goddard. Check that, number 21, Clay McCord, not 24. McCord with the interception, his first of the season, and John Marshall plays takeaway.
Yeah, only thing John Marshall needs to do now is get a couple of first downs and just milk this clock.
McCord, the 5'10", 180-pound junior inside backer with his first interception of the season. For Ty Sperringer, that's his 12th. As John Marshall plays takeaway with 4:18 to go. Clock continues, or 4:13 to go, I should say.
For their own, or actually from the Brooke 48.
They take over at the Bruins 48-yard line. Toss play far side to Martin, who cuts it back near side, stays on his feet, gets a couple of yards to the 46, but more importantly, that clock continues to run.
Elijah Lanigan. Gain of 2, second down and 8.
Couple yard gain for Martin.
Ball to Bruin, 40.
Grant Yost and Elijah Lanigan combining on the stop.
Yeah, John Marshall being in no hurry to get the play in or to get to the line of scrimmage. I'm sure they're watching the play clock before they snap the football.
Play clock to 2, play clock to 1. Knapp snaps it. Good run by Martin, using some power,
sure is.
And still being shy of that lead stick, the 39-yard or the 38-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 39. Connor Ray on the stop, but Martin. You know, I'm sure if you asked Mark Caesar before the game, he was skeptical of how the run game was going to go with Dalton Cooper really not being available offensively. But afterwards, they might have found themselves a tailback that can spell them.
It sure can. You know, he runs with speed, shiftiness, and he proved there he's got a little bit of power.
Third down and a long one from the 40-yard line.
Caden Knapp doing the smart thing, looking at the play clock.
It's at 3, it's at 2, and they snap it. 3rd and 1. Martin, first down. Martin at the 35, and gets inside the 30 and then goes out of bounds. So the clock will stop, but more importantly, it moves the sticks and gives the opportunity for John Marshall to continue to wind this thing down as much as possible. Gain of 11.
The Monarchs. Ball at the Bruin 29.
Next week, John Marshall back on the road, their final road test of the season at Fairfield Union. They close out the regular season with a pair of home games against Point Pleasant on October 31st. That'll be a 7:30 start. Goes Xavier Wells into the open field. Xavier Wells, a penalty marker at the 15-10. Wells gets inside the 10-yard line, but a penalty marker flies at the end of that play. And then the final regular season game for the Monarchs, which we will televise yet again, the same way we are this evening. It'll be another rivalry matchup for JM as John Marshall takes on Wheeling Park. No signal yet as to what the penalty was.
It could have been a block in the back down in the secondary. Let's see what he calls.
It'll be a holding against John Marshall. Right. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. The foul occurred at the 29-yard line, so it'll be at the 39-yard line. It'll be first down and 20. 2:27 to go. Again, next week, John Marshall at Fairfield Union. Brooke takes on Elkins. The Bruins only with 2 regular season games remaining. Their final week of the West Virginia regular season is November 7th. Brooke does not play November 7th. So the last 2 games for Brooke, road contests. At Elkins next week, and then at Weir. A fumble. Kane Martin lost it, and it looks like
got it back.
Fell on top of it.
Recovered by the Monarchs.
Fortunate for Kane Martin.
Kane Martin recovered his own fumble.
And it looks like Frank Sassini is going to utilize his second of 3 timeouts with 1:57 remaining in the contest. Yeah, Brooke started the year with 2 home games. They finish it with 3 road games. John Marshall started with a home opener against Marietta, and they finished with 2 at home against Point Pleasant and Wheeling Park.
And we'll be down here doing the Wheeling Park John Marshall game.
Yes, we will. That'll be the final regular season broadcast of Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. And as always, the WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center Sports Friday brings you the most comprehensive high school football coverage in the Ohio Valley. Myself, Rob Metzger, Bill Phillips, Tanner Mounts, and 90% of our full-time employees at WTOV9 working diligently to bring you high school football coverage, the best high school football coverage in the Valley, part-time employees as well. Knapp keeps on 2nd and 20, and he's got to get out of bounds. Brought down at the end of the play hard, and Brooke will pay the price for that. Grant Yost spun him down and tackled him, and much to the chagrin of the official, they will throw the penalty marker, and that'll be 15 yards.
You know, in the first half of this game, we commented that it's been a pretty clean played game, very few penalties. But here in the second half, we've seen 2 or 3 personal fouls, number of holdings, a couple of clips, and so on. And, so we aren't as smooth this half as we were the first half.
That 15 at the end of the play, which was at the 33-yard line, now takes it to the 18. First down and 10 for John Marshall. Brooke with 1 timeout remaining, and it looks like the Monarchs will take it to a knee on their way to 5-2. They'll kneel on it, 2 more times, and this thing will be
2 more times
in the books.
And it'll be over.
John Marshall started the season 3-0. It was the first 3-0 start for John Marshall football since 2018. John Marshall now is 5-2. With 3 regular season games remaining. They were 17th in West Virginia Class 3A coming into the night. You'd like to think that this win will give them enough points to crack the top 16. And coincidentally enough, the first 3-0 start since 2018 was the last time John Marshall made the postseason. The Monarchs looking to end a 7-year playoff drought as Cade Knapp falls to a knee. It'll be 3rd down and about 12 with a minute left. And Mark Caesar and the Monarchs will come out with a 35-14 victory here at home.
He's turned down at 12. 1 more knee ought to do it.
Knapp goes to a knee, and the Monarchs are 5-2. The final score from Monarch Stadium in Moundsville, John Marshall 35, Brooke 14. We'll come back and wrap it up and hand out some post-game awards after the break on the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals.
Earn big rewards on your favorite items at Convenient Food Mart. Buy 5 20-ounce Coke products and get 1 free. Join our rewards program today and save. It's easy and, of course, convenient.
I'm Jamie Bordas. At Bordas & Bordas, we don't just get great results for our clients, we also understand the 21st century. Your time is valuable, and you may find it hard to schedule an appointment with a lawyer. That's why you can go to our website and start the process 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll review your initial inquiry and get back to you quickly. Check it out at bordaslaw.com.
Bordas and Bordas, fighting for justice.
Earn big rewards on your favorite items at Convenient Food Mart. Buy 8 Monster, Reign, or NOS energy drinks and get your 9th free. Join our rewards program today and save. It's easy and, of course, convenient.
John Marshall 35, Brooke 14. That's your final on the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals from here in Moundsville. Jack Hillgrove and Tony Filberto wrapping it up with our player of the game. John Marshall was skeptical with how the run game would go without no Dalton Cooper. Kane Martin, both in the pass game and the run game. He's our RC Auto Group player of the game, Coach.
Did an outstanding job. Again, you mentioned we're worried about the run game. He caught it, he ran it, he did a lot of good things tonight.
Yeah, Kane Martin through the air and on the ground, making it happen for the Monarchs, leading the team in all-purpose yards. They win 35-14, the final at home here over the Brooke Bruins. John Marshall now 5-2. Brooke falls to 3-5. We'll hand out our school bus stop of the game next as we wrap it up here from Moundsville.
If you're looking for a new truck, now is the time to buy from RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Right now, get up to $13,000 off MSRP on select in-stock Ram 1500s with the additional dealer discount. RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you.
News 9's Jeff Exline is more than the Ohio Valley's weather expert. He's also passionate about cooking.
We're cooking up a storm.
Now you can see a different side of Jeff, cooking up a storm on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. A video podcast series where Jeff takes you on culinary adventures for easy and delicious dishes, special guests, fun and entertainment. WTOV9 is cooking up a storm on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. Sponsored by West Virginia Northern Community College Culinary Arts Program.
Football at noon. It's like clockwork.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson along with my quarterback.
Shanghai, Rome, Paris, Lubbock. There is no time zone on Saturday. I made this myself from an apple juice box. Right, Bill? Yeah! Didn't even flinch. Look at these lollipops. These people need help.
So here we go.
Are you searching for a new SUV? Don't miss out on this amazing deal. Right now, get up to $7,000 off MSRP on select in-stock Jeep Grand Cherokees with additional dealer discount. Hurry to RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you.
This is the school bus stop of the game. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
The school bus stop of the game belongs to the Brooke Bruins in Ty Sparinger's fumble recovery that led to another Brooke touchdown that cut it to 7 early in the third quarter, but it would be the John Marshall Monarchs in the end coming out with a 35-14 victory. But the school bus stop of the game is in favor of the Bruins. Hashtag stop means stop. 35-14 the final score as John Marshall wins in this series for the first time since 2022. Tony Filberto, your final thoughts.
I thought that John Marshall did an outstanding job. They come in without their top rusher, so their attitude is we're going to throw the football, but they found another rusher. They ran a different type of offense, not just that power straight ahead, and made it work tonight.
John Marshall is now 5-2 on the season. They visit Fairfield Union next Friday. Brooke falls to 3-5, a road trip for them October 24th against Elkins. For my broadcast partner, Tony Filberto, and the rest of our hardworking WTOV9 production crew, our producer, Zach Medovic, our director, Olivia Ross, and everybody else. I'm Jack Hillgrove, once again repeating the final score. John Marshall, 35, Brooke, 14.
If you're a former